Welcome in, chat. I hope you're doing good today. How was your day? I moved the mic a bit, by the way, so tell me if it still sounds good, if it's too loud, or if it's too low. I moved my arm a bit. For startup, I don't think we're gonna do Q for the starting of it. I want to try in ranked with this deck. I want to see if it works. So let me just close this and then clear it for now. We might do some at the end of the stream, but for now, you can see what I was cooking. But to start it off, let me say hello to everyone. So welcome in, Karwood. Thanks for the first. You were super fast on the trigger there. And welcome in, hey man. You too were super fast. Just a bit slower than Karwood, but Karwood's like the fastest firster in the West. And welcome in Folly too. I hope you guys are all doing good. I hope you guys are all doing good today. Yeah, I wanted to make some changes. I wanted to see, and I have this card in Royal. Like, I was feeling a bit bored of the new the deck I was running. Like, it was pretty good. I like the combo that it does, but it feels samey after a while. Like, I've perfected the deck, so I want to try a new build of vampires. From the test hand, I have not played this deck yet, but from the test hands, it was feeling okay. The ends, most of the time, could play around stuff. I have a lot of end traps. The problem is that it's 47 cards. The thing is, if I'm not running a light, it's kind of annoying for Chaos Ruler. Like, I don't have the Foxy Tune like last time. So I'm trying to see if this works. I'm gonna maybe change the ratios. Like, the Gozuki's there if he is, because if he's milled and the Shang-Chi is in the graveyard, he can banish the Shang-Chi, special summon a zombie from my end, and Shang-Chi revive herself. I used to have the Shinobi Necro, but that felt like too much of like eye roll. It was a win more card. Like, I don't know if you know this card, the Shinobi Necro here. So basically what this card says, it's a level 2 tuner, so it's fine. But what this card says is that if it is in the graveyard and it is banished face up to activate an effect or by a card effect, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. So it's like a plus. If you have Shang-Chi in the grave, if you have this in the grave, you can just like banish Shang-Chi, Shang-Chi banish this, then you summon it, Shang-Chi send, then you go into Chaos Ruler, which is amazing. But it needs some setup. It's not gonna happen often. It's not enough of a payoff. While Mad Mauler is a bit easier. Like, if I have 2 level 6s on the field, the problem with Mad Mauler is that the only zombie I can really make right now, I'm even thinking of cutting, like, the problem is with zombie vampire, how am I making the zombie vampire there? It's not that bricky from what I saw. Like, I'm thinking the triple tactic trust might go away. They get me the allure if I need to. The talent's pretty fine, but I could remove like this, this, and this to cut it down to 44. But from the sample hand, like, this is pretty fine. Allure gets us other cards. Like, if we look what Allure would get us, he gets this, banish this, we can summon the counter trap. Let me see. It's this one. Is this one? Or this one, the crime. If this card's sent from the deck to the graveyard by card effect, you can target when you're banished. The thing, the continuous, the Sulek, it's fine. The problem is, how often am I gonna get this in the grave? Like, the effect is fine, but I would need the Scream to get me the Sulek. And the problem is, if I'm running Scream, it's another break in the deck. I need... You fuck, man, and this game's too gay for me? Oh no, what happened? How you doing, Brick Diff? Well, the thing is, if I run Scream, what am I gonna do if I don't draw any tier element? I draw like double Scream and vampires? What are the Screams gonna do? The tier elements are there to get me some mills and get me some like juice behind the tank. They're not there to be the main gimmick. They're like extra pieces. So that's what I'm thinking right now. I was searching for light cards. Like it's either the Gamma or the Nib that I saw, because I need light for the Chaos Ruler if I ever do it. But the problem I have with Scream and Sulek is that I was looking at them and most of the time I'm like, I'm not gonna use those cards. That's why I only run 2 Rhinoheart too. Like Rhinoheart's fine, but most of the time I want to start with Sheeran or Avnis to try and get something. And the Rhinoheart's not doing it, so... yeah, I'm not sure Gamma's worth it. That's why I went with Nib instead. Because I want some light monsters to be able to banish from Chaos Ruler. Because other than that, the only light I have is Beatrice. So that's basically my plan. And the Psychic and Punisher. I'm still unsure about the Red Eye Zombie Dragon Necro. I'm unsure about the Immortal Dragon too. Because how would I do it often? It would be like Unizombie, get the Retainer resummon, get the... but it doesn't seem that great with the setup I have. Welcome in, Casual Bard. Like, the Kaleido Heart could probably go away from the Exo deck, to be honest. Like, the Root Colossus would probably be just good enough. Because... it's not going to be often that we're going to be able to do the Kaleido Heart. So I would maybe yeet this out for the... what was the name again? It was the... let me find it again. It's the level 8 zombies. Where are you? So, level 8 zombie synchro. This one, Felgrand. So it does a small combo with the Red Eyes and the Skeletal Dragon. Maybe that's good enough. I'm running 2 Mizuki if I need to mill them. I'm running triple Allure of Darkness because it does pretty good. Like, Allure gets me more cards. Most of the cards here are going to be dark, so that's pretty fine. I've got 1 Banshee. I can go into the Beatrice from this. Do I have the Grace? I do not have the Vampire Grace. That would have been a problem if I forgot about the Grace, so... let's get ourselves the Vampire Grace. So that should be okay. Yeah, time left was just a meme I was doing. I'm gonna remove it. I was doing a meme around, but it's not gonna be today. So let's remove this. Where is the timer? There we go. Yeah, like, I was gonna do something about, like, if my game takes more than 37 minutes, I gotta surrender or something, but that's not gonna be today. I want to test this deck now, but we might do that at one point. Like, really see how long a Yu-Gi-Oh game can take. I guarantee you, I should not have to surrender any game from that rule, but... it's a bit I want to do at one point. It should be funny, right? So we have a timer, we started at the start of the game, and once the timer hits 0, we need to surrender or something. But that seems to be the build. I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna mat with it. The Fascinator's pretty good. We can't do the Zombie Vampire as easy with this. Like, we are gonna need to go into Fascinator to do the Zombie Vampire. So that's a bit annoying. I would like to run a talent in there, but I don't know where. Maybe we run double Allure of Darkness instead of triple. But triple Allure is just so much draw power. It's so good. The 1-for-1's pretty fine because it gives us like the Vampire line, which can be good. The Call by the Grave are kind of necessary. We could drum Nib to 1, but I don't think that's the play. What can we cut then? Like, we could run one less familiar, but I don't want to cut my ratios too low on vampire. The Unizombie is pretty good, but we could cut it to 2 in order to, like... what would I want? I'm not sure what would I want in this. I'm really thinking. I started making this just before the stream, and I did not have time to finish. I was like, we're gonna finish this on stream. Let's see what we can cook with this. We might just do a test run with this, see how it goes. We're in Platinum 5 anyway, so there's not really a problem in losing games. But we might just go with it, try and see what happens, try and see what's good, what doesn't work, what we want to change. And let's see with this. I made 2. I went on the Master Duel meta too, just to get myself some decks. So that's not what I wanted. I got Pumi's like Punk Cash deck that she got to Master 1 with. We might try to play this deck at one point. Like, it seems interesting, so I'm down to try it. I'm down to try how it works. I think there was no trust at the time she made it, so we could change the deck a bit to run some trust too and see how it goes. But this seems like a solid list, to be honest. This seems like a really good build. So we could try this. Before we go into anything, we gotta make sure we change our accessories. So let's go. I always love this one. It just feels neat. And now for the back, we love the Ghost Trick. It's pretty cute. Then the field, might as well go for the Slifer. We bought the pack, so why not? I love my small pumpkins though. And which one do we want? The mate, we could go for this one. I like this one pretty good. And changing the main 3 cards, let's go for this. Then the middle one is gonna be... we want this guy right here. And this one is gonna be this. So that's gonna tell a bit of our deck. We're gonna see how it goes. The plan is mostly to try and rank up, because from what I heard, the new pack is coming today. Oh yeah, we have a free pack too. But the new pack from the selection, like, it's ending in 3 hours. So in 3 hours from now, there should be a maintenance. And we are gonna get a new pack, so that's exciting. I am opening the free pack for sure. Will we get the Chimkins? Do you guys believe? Do you guys believe in me that I'll get the Chimkins? We have an SR. That's starting somewhere. Chimkins, come home! No, we got the chant, but the chickens didn't come from the chant. Sad. I saw someone on YouTube today just do something stupid with Master Duel. Like, I don't understand the point. The guy decided to make a deck that combos up for Eternity to just end on the 3 God cards and then draw Exodia on turn 1. That was the whole plan. It must be the most bricky deck ever. But the replay showed, it didn't show how many times he tried to get that replay, but it worked. You know, yeah, like, it was a neat replay, but I saw some of the cards he was running. I'm like, for sure, like 90% of your hands are just bricks. It does not work. That's an okay hand, to be honest. Maxi, Ash Blossom, a Foolish Burial that can get us into some stuff. We need to find a starter though. So that's why we're banking on Maxi to do anything. Because for now, we do not have a starter play. But we have so many in the deck. Any of the Ghosts, any of the Allure of Darkness is great. Any of... like, the rest is amazing. So we're gonna try and see what we can do there. These seem to be on a pile. So, not sure what they're on. They are stalling for time for sure. Oh, I forgot about the music. Let's start some music in the background. I completely forgot about the music. Let's put that a bit higher. This guy's really stalling. He's literally not there. I don't know what he's doing. But how was your guys' week starting? Am I doing pretty normal? I almost got ran by a car today. Wait, that was a draw phase? Okay, for sure I'm reporting this guy. It took like a minute in the draw phase. Oh, zombie versus zombie. That's gonna be something. Discarding from end first. What are you doing? It's a zombie pile, so there's grass for sure. It's Cold Servant? Now I'm a bit worried of ashing this. I think I'm not ashing this, to be honest, because if I'm ashing this, he might have trust, and trust gets him grass. Oh no, he cannot activate the grass because I do not control a monster. So I just ash this and he might just stop there. Because if he trusts here, he cannot do grass because I do not control a monster. If he draws into end phase, that's what I thought. That is what I thought. I know zombie's so good. I know if you stop the unit zombie, it's over. Oh, and look at that draw. Look at that draw. Now we're gonna try and bait the Ash Blossom first, just to see what we can do from there. So Call by the Grave doesn't seem to have any Ash. Now what we can do is, let me see. We can send to the graveyard. At this point, I kind of want to send a familiar. Do the zombie, the vampire. Well, will this do anything? If I do the retainer instead, I can get myself into the counter trap at least. If I do the Avernus, the problem is I lose stuff, and I don't really want to because this sends anyway. So maybe I just send the Mizuki. Maybe the Mizuki there, then I normal this, send the Tear Element to the grave, but I'm not gonna have anything to revive. Oh, I'm gonna have the Ash to revive. So this. I think I'm going for the normal play. Now we're gonna summon this. Activate effect. We get ourselves the... At this point, I kind of want to send her to the grave. Then activate effect of her. Gonna fusion summon into Kit. Using this and this. Any order, then we summon the Kit Kill Us here. And from there, we can use Kit. Kit is gonna... do we want to add to our hand? If we do this, if you do send, if this card is sent to the graveyard, the problem is if we do that now, we don't really get anything. This one was already used. So we might just go for the... I would like to mill 5, but I think we're just going for the safe play of sending this to the grave, using the effect here. Oh, I haven't used Sheeran in hand. I could have done that. Yeah, you're right. Well, we live, we learn. I haven't played with Tear Element that much. I didn't play Tear when they were like popular, so I don't know that much about them. And they surrender from there. I knew that this guy was kind of bricked, so he could not do much from there. But I'm curious what they were running. Like, it was probably just a Skull Servant pile. So yeah, just a big Skull Servant with Cubic. With Resonator there. With Devouring Sarcophagus. Okay, this guy's on something. He was not on Trust, so we did not have to worry about it. He's not even on Grass. He doesn't even have grass, but he's running a 60 deck. Why? Why? Okay, I did not have to worry about anything there. Yeah, we could have added the Sheeran, then Sheeran effect, send the Shang-Chi to the grave, special summon yourself, mill 3. Then we can link into IP. Then Kit Kill Us effect gets us the... If we had the Merly, we could have done more. Like, we could have added the Merly, do the mill 8, Try to get something. That's an okay hand if we were going first. Going second, it might be a bit hard depending on what they put on the field. Extrav is not a good sign for us. This might be lab, this might be stun. Okay, it's Weather Painter. I do not know if we deal that good with a Weather Painter that can set itself up. Like, it's been so long since I played against Weather Painter. He's gonna banish this. I don't know why he banished it so soon. It doesn't do anything to banish it, right? Once per turn during your standby phase, you can special... Oh, was this thing? Can banish this card, quick effect, add on the weather card from your deck to your end. Okay, so that was what it was doing. This one is at the damage step. Oh, just starting with every single weather card. Why don't you? Summoning another weather card. This guy seems to have opened super good. And he's gonna link into the Weather Painter Rainbow. That's a Numney, right? When your opponent would special summon a monster, you can send this link summon card to the graveyard, negate, and if you do, destroy that card. During the standby phase after this card was banned. Yeah, I don't think we win against that, guys. He opened literally the nuts. Literally everything you would need. Ghost is pretty good. We can try some stuff there. But he's gonna get his the weather. This is a bit annoying. This is just a search. But this basically is... triple negate. So we are gonna start with an allure. See if he negates this. Please do. Please negate this. Okay, he's flipping the other card, so now he cannot negate anymore. So maybe we're fine. I'm trying to banishing this. And allure's not once per turn, so let's do it again. See if it resolves. Drawing to banishing this. He's letting everything resolve for now, so... Do we want to do 1-for-1 first? Probably, to be honest. So let's do 1-for-1. I'm gonna send the Doom King here. Will this resolve? He's literally letting everything resolves. I do not know why he's not triggering anything at this point. So, gonna use this. Will you negate now? He's gonna special summon another the weather. We are gonna Maxi to try and draw some cards. He's probably gonna negate the Maxi, but he's running low on negates at this point. Oh no! So we get some free reigns there. Maybe we can make it happen, guys. This guy's giving me like everything I would need. We are gonna add to our hand the Grace. Then we are gonna do... Sadly, we cannot steal his monster. We can do Sheeran. Sheeran effect. Will he negate this one? Maybe. We don't have another target for Sheeran, so no! This guy's really going crazy with not negating anything. We are gonna send this here. Then Milling Tree, not the greatest mills, but we might be able to do something there. We have the Relinquished Anima still. We could go into Unizombie. Does this destroy? You can negate the activation if you destroy that card. It does destroy, so that's a bit annoying. We can go Vampire Ghost. Vampire Ghost effect. Like, I don't understand why this guy's not negating anything at this point. He's stressing me out. So we're gonna use Ghost. We are gonna get ourselves... The problem now is that I do not have, like, good targets for anything. Then we can do the Retainer here. Sending this to the grave. Like, we still know he has 2 negates. And he still has the... negate of special summon, so I don't think we're getting out of this. This guy just started first. He opened everything he needed. So I do not think we get out of this, but we can always try. We get this here. Searching the counter trap. Then we are gonna go... Oh, I didn't even put IP in this. Oh, I need to see if I can change the extra deck a bit. Like, maybe remove the Fascinator all around. If we do... Familiar here... that doesn't do much because we already used Familiar. We can do the... Vampire... Shadow Vampire. Oh, we normal already? Oh yeah, we normal the Ghost. So now the problem is they have this. I'm gonna need to go for this and hope for the best. But I'm pretty sure, like, I don't see myself winning this at any point. We summon this over the Retainer. Then he's for sure gonna negate this, right? At this point, he's gotta negate the Shadow Vampire. You can banish card, return the opponent's monster to the end. That's gonna be super annoying. So we get Voivode on the field. Then we get ourselves a Grace. Will you negate this one? He has the Ghost Spell. We can call by the grave the Ghost Spell. Or we can just Voivode it. If we Voivode, he negates with that. We can call by the grave afterwards. So I think it's morning for me. Have fun with the game. Thank you for being there, man. I hope you're doing good. I hope your day's going good. So he's gonna negate the activation of the card. Then we're gonna call by the grave there. I want the Grace to resolve. I want the Grace to resolve so badly. Want to wake up when the back is up. Ooh. Are you building Mannadium or something like that? So he's thinking of negating this. If he negates this, I'm pretty sure I lose. Because now he's got that. He's got this one. Okay, that resolves. So my Grace is going back. Then I can go into Chaos Ruler there. Then that's negated. Then Grace revive herself. Then Chaos Angel, I mean. So we go into Chaos Angel with this and this. And I hope that it's enough. I do not think that's gonna be enough. He negates the summon. Then that's pretty much about it. Like, I don't have any more juice. I do not have any more juice there. He started first with everything, so we tried our best to play around this stuff, but do I even want to attack? Because this thing's just gonna bounce my stuff, so I don't think I want to attack. We're gonna go main phase 2. We're gonna set this and end phase and hope that our counter trap can do something maybe. But now this is gonna banish. But it's really, really rough. When a full back row deck goes first and they draw everything they want. Like, the guy started field spells, started everything. There's not much we can do from there. We have the Doom King there though, so that's a good part. So we get the Doom King on the field. We have one Omnigate, so maybe we can start to make a comeback. Do you have any cards in the grave? We can maybe do Grace here. Then Doom King Chain to banish their Link from the graveyard. Then we have a counter trap there, which might be good enough. We do not have anything in the grave that likes to be banished, sadly. I would have loved to have the Shang-Chi in the grave, but we banish this. We summon a Grace in defense. We're getting a bit low, but we are building a board back. So those ones are coming back. That's fine. So this one's coming back. Then the other one. What does this one again do? You can target once per turn. This card was banished. So this is this one. That is the return. Discard and target one spell card your opponent control. Return it to end. If your opponents control a monster, Kufik can banish this card. Special summon a Weather. Then they've got this. Do they have the other one? Like, which one was the one? I'm gonna let this resolve. But which one was the one that allowed them to negate my activation there? When this card is normal, you can target... Welcome in, ZB. Oh, let me move the model a bit. It's a bit out of the frame. Welcome in. How are you doing today? We're trying a new build of the zombie vampire list. But this guy started weather with like 4 weather spell and a field spell and the link. With 2 monsters on the field. So at this point, I could not do much. So he's getting the Weather Painter Rainbow now. Then he's gonna do this. Trying to set 2 more spells. I think I'm gonna Omni this because if I remove their spells, they're struggling a bit. Got to work. I'm curious of the Vampire Zombie variant. I'm trying my hardest to make this work. So this one being negated means that, oh, they just have the other field spell. Why don't you? That's gonna be super rough, guys. Like, this guy just started everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So in 43, 45, 46 or 45 cards, he started field spell, trap, the best weather starter, and everything. Welcome in, Alberton. We're getting our ass kicked by a weather deck because they went first. And the problem with weather is that they cannot kill. Like, they can't kill for the even if they want to. Oh, by the way, they started with first card Extrav too. Like, that's just stupid at this point. Then they normal this. If it goes on for too long and they get too much momentum again, I'm just gonna surrender. Because basically, this is a negate of ban of anything. And it's a negate of activation, this one. He's gonna bounce the Doom King to the end, which is really annoying. So Doom King's back to the end. Then this one can punch into this. Then this one can punch. Oh, not even punching for the damage. This guy's stupid. But he could have done way more damage there. He could have done 500 more. I would have been at 1.4k. But why does he need to, right? He's winning the game. So getting this back, I'm probably just dead. We do maybe Unizombie, Centigrave, but he's gonna negate and we just die. This card has been a pain in my ass. Like, this card turn 1 was just too much. Him getting this plus 3 of the best spell or trap was just too much. Yeah, we're gonna go next. He's got every single Weather Painter. There's no point in staying here. I want to see how consistent his deck was. How good was his starter? Because that was insane of a start. Like, he started this plus the one of Extrav plus the field spell. He started the Thunder. He started with this. Like, he started everything you wanted. That was insane. He's running a lot of going second card too. So I'm kind of amazed that he was able to pick everything he needed. But it happens. Losing the coin toss is pretty annoying there. It is pretty annoying. Like, I would like to go first with this deck. I have a lot of end traps. I have 2 Nibs, triple Ash, triple Maxi, and the Avnis. Sometimes Konami just wants you to lose. They sure do. So let's start with Sheeran. See if this resolve. We are gonna special summon the Sheeran, sending to the graveyard the Shang-Chi. Then mill 3, really bad mills. Those were one of the worst mills I've ever seen. We just lose now. Literally the worst mills. We could have milled any vampire, that would have been good. We could have milled the Mizuki, that would have been good. We could have milled the zombie, the small vampire, that would have been good. Like, a lot of stuff could have been way better than this. But the counter trap, that's a one-off. The zombie well, that's a one-off left. And this one, that's a one-off. Yeah, we're gonna mill this. At this point, we probably just lose. Like, he made me go first too, so I'm just tempted to set the zombie world, go end phase, maxi him in the draw, because that was some really annoying draws. Konami's against me today. Like, Konami's really not for me. We are gonna maxi in draw, see if it resolves. Maybe they have the counter too. They do. Oh no! Okay, so we have the max that resolve. Our hope is that we draw into ant traps and we can do something from there. And that the zombie world's enough to stop them a bit. But we might change some cards. We might change the... Oh, it's God. Will the God smite us today? Maybe, maybe not. They shouldn't special that much. At least I didn't put 3 monsters on the field, so they can do the God chant and everything. So starting the Mound of the Bound God Creator. Okay. Then he's gonna do an Ancient Chant, getting himself the Raw. But for now, he doesn't have the monsters. Do you have any monsters to do this? Like, did he start with any monster to do the Tribute Summon? By the way, old Raw. Not the cool one. Not the cool chicken. Okay, he drew the Raw's Disciple. So this guy opened basically anything you would want. Like, literally everything you would want. But at least we get a draw. Right there. That's not the draw we want. We are in defense, though. So we might be good to survive. This one is a bit annoying. Like, this is a bit annoying to deal with because we cannot target or destroy by card effect is raw. And FaZe didn't want to use the Ancient Chant there. Well, now we have a play. Drawing the other maxi is kind of annoying. I don't understand why he didn't normal again, because Raw could have normaled super easily there. So now we can do this. We can go into Sucker with this and this. Then the Grace Draw is going to allow us to do a lot there. So Familiar there. Familiar. Oh, they cannot Tribute Summon. Never mind. They can't Tribute because of Zombie World. I didn't think about that. They literally can do their God Summon. Oh, Zombie World's such a stupid card. It is such a stupid card. We're gonna win just because Zombie World's a card. Now we can add to our hand. If we add the Scarlet Scourge, we can revive the Voivode and then... Yeah, it cannot stop the Nib, sadly. But that's fine. Oh, we get the Ghost there. Sadly, we cannot do anything with this. They don't have a monster in the grave. What I could do is try and pop up from there. I don't have a normal anymore, so what I'm gonna do is go Battle Phase. Oh, I cannot punch? What is preventing me from punching them? Is this? Cannot be tributed except... You cannot special summon monster except Raw. What is preventing me from punching there? Like, is there anything stopping me? I don't see what would be stopping me there. Level 10 or higher if a monster controlled by battle when it's destroyed, you can send discard to graveyard. This does not do anything to stop this. I really don't understand why I could not punch here. Like, I didn't lock myself into attacking. I didn't use any effect that could... Well, whatever. Something's preventing me from punching. I do not know what it is, so we're gonna just end there. And next turn, we have a lot of stuff. We don't need to fire the Maxi right away. I don't think they have any ways to deal with our Zombie World. Unless they draw like a MST, which I wouldn't put... Oh, they draw the Duster? That's bad. Now they can get the chicken. Now they can get the chicken on field. They top decked the one card that they needed. That was a top deck because they would have done that last turn. So they top decked the Duster. And I still don't understand what was preventing me from attacking them. Like, was there anything? What was preventing me from attacking those things? Like, why? Because the plan was punch into this. Oh, and they have Soul Crossing too? You're kidding me. You're kidding me. That one moment when Vanadium... I still don't understand why I could not, like, attack any of them. This doesn't prevent me from attacking something else than... like, level 10s or anything. So I should be fine. I'm dead there. I'm dead there, guys. I'm gonna let him punch. He's got his thing. But I just don't understand. Why couldn't I punch? Is like, I'm gonna read every single card there. Once per turn, during your main phase, you can send this card. No. So there's no... Oh, you're gonna BM2? Come on, my dude. Don't be an ass. Doesn't Soul Crossing stop their attack for one turn? Maybe? I'm gonna see. Let me see. Oh, you meant their Soul Crossing there. Oh god, this guy's running trash in his deck. No, it does not. But let's try and find what stopped me from attacking there. So, when this card is summoned, you can tribute summon up to 2 Ra's Disciple from your hand. Cannot be tributed except for tribute summon of Abilis. You cannot special summon monsters, so not this one. This didn't prevent me from attacking. They add this on field. Level 10 or higher monsters on the field cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effect. Okay, they were not level 10, so I was fine. If a level 10 or higher monster destroys a monster by battle, the player controls the destroyed monster take 1000 damage when this card is sent from field to graveyard. By card's effect, it's at the graveyard. Can add 1 divine monster from your deck to your end. Nothing here that prevents me from attacking. Does this have anything? Add 1 Ra monster from your deck to your hand. And if you do, you can tribute summon one in addition. You can banish this card from your graveyard. No. So there was this card too. You add 1 Ring Dragon Aura, 1 card that mentioned it. Monsters except the Winged Dragon Aura cannot attack the turn they are special summon. That was what was stopping me. I see now. I did not read. We're gonna try and remove probably this. We are gonna add the Suliek maybe, just to search the tier element monsters if we need to. Like, I'm mapping with this. I don't think I want the Mad Molar, to be honest. It seems a bit too on the nose. So maybe we cut the Mad Molar. We might not need this either. So if we cut this package, we can go into IP here. And no Revendred. What does it do again? Because most of the time I feel Revendred's kind of not that good. During damage calculation, you can send 1 zombie monster from deck to graveyard. It's fine, but I just don't feel it's doing enough for my strat. Like, most of the time, if I have 2 zombies on the field, it's gonna be a Uni-Zombie and something else. I'm gonna go into either Barone or Chaos Angel or anything. And that needs me to punch into something, so that's not great. I cannot send any of the tier element. So I'm not convinced. I used to run this a long time ago in my zombie decks, but I cut him out because it was way too slow. You're excited for the new stuff in MDA, especially Vanadium. Not sure how expensive it will be though. I'm assuming it will be very expensive, but I plan on to play it at one point. It's probably going to be expensive because you're going to need the Pelarino. You're going to need some like tier element cards. You're probably going to need Rhino Heart a bit. You're going to need like every single field spell that run like... Let's look at what's here first. So you are going to need Pelarino. You are going to need Visa Starfrost, I think at 3. I'm not sure. Maybe Starfrost is at 2. I haven't played the deck yet, so maybe Starfrost at 2, but you're going to need Starfrost for sure. You are going to need triple of the Primitive Planet Phobia. You are going to need the Funko Pop at 1 or 2. You are going to need, like, the... Scareclaw, guys, which is a UR2. Like, you are gonna need where is he? This is here. You're gonna need this guy at 3 basically. Yeah, there's 3 of me. There are 3 of me, so it's gonna be expensive. It's mostly every single thing from the archetypes. And I'm expecting the prime art to be UR2 because every single, like, Visa's alteration have been UR, so we expect them to be UR. The field spell from Vanadium is gonna be UR2 for sure, if we follow the trend. I think the ball that they use is gonna be SR, but I can't guarantee. So that's gonna be a whole bunch of yours that you're gonna need. And the extra deck is gonna be full of your. Like, you're gonna need Barone, you're gonna need Chaos Angel. I do not know if this patter's coming, but you're gonna need stuff like that. Can we run? Because I'm even thinking, like, Zombie Vampire, when am I gonna make him? I'm not gonna make him often. I'm gonna make him... Because I could go for just, like, a Punk. I could go for a Pile. At this point, we, like, just cut the Rhino Heart because we don't really need them. We just go for the Sheeran to mail some stuff, and the Avnis, maybe we go for a Pile with, like, the Punk Engine too, and we hope that it works. That could be another build that we go for. Maybe I'm gonna explore this. If we add triple planet, I would be more inclined to do that. And if we add a Guido or Kelbeck, I would be more inclined to do that. But for now, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that it's the play. But let's go again. You wouldn't be surprised if Vanadium, Rimheart, and his 3 balls are UR. I think the balls are gonna be SR, but they might be UR. It wouldn't surprise me either. We keep losing the coin tosses. Come on. So now that I look back on the game with this God thing, what I should have done is attack into one of them to... Oh, I forgot to add the Naipe target. I'm stupid. I'm completely stupid. We need to change this extra deck a bit. So it is Ninja going first. It is... like, the thing I could have done last turn is Sheeran summon. Like, Sheeran punch into one of them. Then do my play like I did. Then do the Fascinator, steal their monster, go into Zombie Vampire. That's what I wanted to do. So they added this one. You can tribute it, and if you do special summon one Ninja Monster, that's gonna be annoying because that's gonna get him the Maxi there. I'm not letting you resolve the Maxi. Ain't no way you're gonna Maxi me there. So we are gonna call by this. Call by resolve there at least. Probably, unless they have a Ghost Spell. If your opponent controls the card, you can set one up to 1 Ninja Art. You can only these cards come from your deck or graveyard, but only 1 can come from each. Top 1 Ninja Monster up to 1 Ninja Art. Spell Trap from except... Okay, so they're setting one. The Ninja Heart's not going to be able to be used. But... So they get the Kagero. Flip summon, you can special summon 1 Ninja Monster from your end or graveyard. Did not want to go for the Ninja Heart. I know they can go for the Biden here. So that's the thing that scares me a bit. We are going to start with the Foolish Burial here. Try and bait down an Ash. They might have the Ash Blossom. Doesn't seem like they do. So at this point, I'm even thinking of cutting the Foolish, to be honest, because it doesn't seem that great. It sends something to the grave, sure, but like it doesn't do enough most of the time. We can send the Mizuki there. Then we can summon... We know what this interruption is, probably. So we are going to start with the Vampire Ghost. Vampire Ghost here. We are going to send a Familiar. Then they get an answer. They can Joe Biden this if they want. So we are going to get the Grace. If we go into Lynx at least, they won't be able to Biden our ass. So that's this. We are going to do Familiar first, sending the Grace to the grave, summoning the Familiar. The good thing is we can always summon the Vampire Monster, even if he flips then face down now. Does he have monster in the grave? He does not. So we're gonna go Shadow Vampire there. We're doing the full Vampire line. Then we go the Retainer. Retainer sends the Ghost. Then we summon the Retainer here. And from the Retainer, we get ourselves the Counter Trap. And from this, we go into Sucker. We get our extra normal from the Ghost. We could even do Sheeran first to set the zombie world so we can tribute his monster. So I think I'm going for the Sucker first thing first, for sure. What do we have in the grave? We have this, we have that. I think I'm gonna go Sheeran, see what we hit from this. So let's do this. Let's special summoner in attack. Then send the Banshee to the grave. Mill tree. Oh, we hit everything there. So we are gonna do that. They cannot negate anything there. So let's go for Kitkilas. We're gonna do this. We are gonna use this one here. I kind of want to use the graveyard because milling those one. Using this, then we summon the Kit. Then from Kitkilas, we are gonna add ourselves the... I feel seeing this, I feel just a zombie tier in Macedol is still pretty good, to be honest. Like, zombie tier should be fine. So you're gonna do this, probably to prevent my Kitkilas from triggering. But the thing is, I can always send something to the graveyard to use the Kitkilas for. Because he's worried about me going into Rootkilas. Yeah, he's going into the Biden, but now it's his whole, like, interaction. What does this need to do? If this card... You can target one monster control special element monster from your end or graveyard. If you do, send one monster, send a monster. If this card sends to the graveyard by card effect. So that's not going to do much. We could add the Suliak here, but I think we're sending the... I think we're adding the Rhino Heart. Or the Avnis. Maybe the Avnis summon, get ourselves more mills. The problem is, like, what we do afterwards, because this thing needs to... I think the Avnis better, because they are gonna trigger this. So if he activates the Joe, we can just Avnis in response. He's gonna probably target Sheeran and Kitkilas to try and get them off the field. Then we can try and dodge something, but it doesn't do much. So let this resolve. That doesn't matter too much. Oh, I forgot that Avnis needs to chain to this. I'm stupid. I'm completely stupid. I forgot completely that I needed to chain to this thing. But now we can use Ghost. We can do Ghost here. Might as well do the Banshee at this point. There's no real point holding on to this. But I was so stupid. I was in my mind like, I'm gonna get Avnis to chain to Joe. But I forgot that I wanted to chain to Joe. So we are gonna tribute the Kitkilas here. Summon the Shadow Vampire effect. Then we are gonna special summon the... At this point, if we special summon the Scarlet Scourge, we get another monster. Oh, if we did it the other way, we could have tributed their monster. I'm making so many misplays this game. That's so bad. I'm sorry, guys. I'm making so many misplays. So we're gonna do Scarlet Scourge. We're gonna target this. We don't want to use the Grace because she's the only zombie in the deck. Then Sucker draws me a card. That's not a card I want to draw. That's for sure. But we can fix this. We can fix this. We go into Beatrice with this. Going into Beatrice Lady of Eternal. Then we detach the Grace. She still hasn't used her effect, so that's pretty good. We could send the... Oh, we can extend even more there. Like, we send the Unizombie. Then we use the Mizuki there. Mizuki gets us the Unizombie back. Then we could have done the Kitkilas too. But we're going to be able to send to the graveyard We're gonna start by sending this to the grave, targeting their Joe. Does Joe have an effect when it's targeted? Oh, that's annoying. That's really annoying. I did not know this had an effect. So this sets itself. Does it do anything to my monster? Returning this, that's fine. It still resolves. So we send this to the graveyard. Then we are gonna do this here. Sending at this point, I want to target this because I want to keep the level 3 and level 2. We want to send the other Mizuki. Then we go Chaos Ruler. And we keep extending. Like, this deck, when it gets going, can go pretty far, I feel. For sure, we need to adjust the ratios a bit. Like, we need to change the ratios on stuff, but it seems to be doing pretty fine. We can add to our hand the Unizombie for next turn. Then at this point, we could go for something funny there. If we go for... Do I have this? I do, but that would lock me into something. If I do the Mizuki, I can get myself either the Shang-Chi, to get myself the Gozuki, to get myself more stuff. I think that's a plan. So we do Mizuki here. Mizuki banishes. Then we get ourselves the Shang-Chi on the field. Shang-Chi summon herself. Then Grace could do her effect there. That might be fine enough, but we don't have enough links. I for sure need to change the Exodec. The Exodec is the thing that I'm the most annoyed about. So we send a Gozuki, then Gozuki triggers. Gonna banish the... Oh, I thought about banishing the Shang-Chi. I'm super stupid. What am I doing, guys? What am I doing right now? So we banish this, then we special summon the Unizombie there. We are gonna go for a pep with this. Right there. Then we can just do pep effect there. Banish this card, banish this one. Then Shang-Chi triggers. It still works out. It still works out. Then we banish this. Summon the Shang-Chi, and we should be enough to kill or almost kill there because of the pep. And yeah. So what I'm seeing is that the deck in itself seems to be working. But I need to fix the Exodec for sure. So let's see what we can do here. Draco Sepelia, I haven't made once. I'm always going to make the Root Colossus, so we don't need. This one I don't like. I'm even thinking of removing the Zombie Vampire because we don't have that many steals. But maybe we can go for the Talent. But now we need some good links. So Goddess for sure. We might want Appaloosa or Unicorn. Unicorn might be better, to be honest. Like, Unicorn here. And do we want this thing? What would we want there? Because the problem is the problem I have with the other girl, the Fascinator, but now... I cooked a Terravilus. I sure did. I'm trying something else because I was getting a bit bored of my normal vampire list. And I'm trying some stuff now. I'm just experimenting, seeing what sticks, what doesn't. I kind of want to add some talents to this. Like... Talent here. Maybe 2 talent. The Trust could be good, but the problem is, like, Trust could get us a lure. Might as well cut on the alert to 2. So 2 alert, 2 trust. We have 45 cards. I'm thinking of adding the Punk Engine, but at this point it's like too much. We're fitting too much in this, so we're trying to do something. But how are you doing, Lumi, today? How was your day? But yeah, we're trying a new vampire list. We have our old one. We want to try Punk Kishira 2. That's on the plan. So we have some stuff to plan today. We want to try and get to Diamond. I don't think we're going to get there completely. But we're going to try and see if we can go a bit far. We do have the Ghost with the Trap. That's a start at least. We have the Talent if they have an Ash. We have our Ash ourselves. So maybe we can do something. They are on 40 cards themselves, so a pretty straight deck. Starting, oh god. So it is Plunder Patrol. That's gonna be a bit annoying. Took Sulfur Card to climb back up Browns. Ooh. If we negate this, it might be good enough. I don't know when to negate other than that. So let's negate this. See if it sticks. They seem to have an effect. I do not know when to negate Plunder Patrol. I'm gonna be honest. I do not know. But maybe we can do this. I know they have a lot of annoying effect. Like Sulyak, I'm really not sold on. It's a fine card, but it's not a great card in itself. It gets me a tier cards, but it's a dead card in the end. I would like to have anything else in the end if I draw this. So I'm really not sold on Sulyak. You ask the first ship, maybe. So they get this one. Then they can create a token from this. But this guy started with a lot of gas, so maybe we're just dead. We're gonna see what happens. They're gonna make one of the big ship and phase. That's super tame. Special summon a monster, you can add one Plunder Patrol card from your deck to your end. Then if this card is equipped to your Plunder Patrol, you can special summon Plunder a monster from your deck. That's fine. So if he uses Maxi, okay. I see why he played that. Oh, that's annoying. We love Maxi-Duel, right? I would love to not have to run Max myself. So we're going to start with Vampire Ghost. Vampire Ghost is going to send the Domination to the grave. He's going to probably do the... No! I'm going in, to be honest. I don't care. I'm playing this game. So we're going to send a Familiar here. We are going to do Familiar Summon. I'm giving him card at this point. I do not care. So we are going to summon the Familiar, then search a card. At this point, I almost want him. Let's go. So he's going to summon a Plunder Patrol card now. Are they quick effect at any time? He's adding the Shipyard. Okay, just adding that, but he can special summon a Plunder Patrol monster now. So quick effect can special summon one Plunder Patrol monster from your extra deck. We are gonna add this thing. Because now we can just do this at any point. Banish a monster I own, and that's gonna be annoying. If he banishes the ghost, I'm kind of screwed. So summoning this, then he can banish something there. What does that do? Patrol and target. This is a quick effect if it's equipped to a Plunder. You can discard one Plunder Patrol card, then target one effect monster your opponent control. Banish it, then you can add one Plunder Patrol spell trap from your deck to your end. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. At this point, I think we go for Sucker though. We are gonna miss timing though if we do the Shadow Vampire there. We're probably dead, I'm gonna be honest. Like, we are for sure dead at this point. We can do Ghost there to try and dodge something, but that doesn't do much. Like, we don't have the good Vampire to... So we summon this, we tribute over this, so at least it's not banished, but this misses timing because that's a good card. Then we can maybe do steal this, but that doesn't do anything. Yeah, we're super dead. If they did not have Maxi, we might have been good. Like, we might have been able to do something if they didn't have Maxi, but I'm removing the Sulyak for sure. Like, Sulyak does not do anything. I added it back because I was like, maybe that do something, but that did nothing. Talent, we can cut it to 1. We have 2 Allure there. We have this. We have this. That seems fine. For the extra deck, I would want the Zeus in there. We could remove... Oh yeah, I wanted to remove the Foolish because Foolish doesn't do enough in this. Like, it literally does not do enough. So we have this. Do we want the... If I remove the Fascinator, I can add Zeus instead, which is probably going to be better. If we do the Fascinator, it doesn't do much. The problem is the Zombie Vampire here is going to be super hard to make. It's going to be made with the Voivode. So that might not come often. The Immortal Dragon's hard to make too, so maybe we could cut the Immortal Dragon out and add more stuff to the extra deck. Like, we could add... Well, Foolish at this point, like, sometimes Foolish doesn't do much. Like, if I Foolish, what do I send? I send a Mizuki, I needed a monster in the grave. I send Doom King, I needed something else in the grave. I send a Tournament, I need a Tournament in hand to fusion with it. So that's what I mean, like, it doesn't start my plays like it used to. So that's why I don't like it as much. It's a 2-card combo Foolish. But the more I've played zombies, the more I've realized that Foolish isn't that great in zombies. But for sure, 4 coin tosses in a row that I lose? Come on, Konami, please. Please, anything. I just want to go first. Oh, I'm scared now. I'm super scared now. Oh, I asked to go first, but when the guy makes me go first, that's a bit worrisome. This is literally the worst end I could get. Like, a lot of cards that do nothing, that could do a lot if they were matched with something. Yeah, I think I'm benching this deck. It's fine. It does funny stuff, but it doesn't do enough. It could just run the Shiren in my normal list, maybe, like in my other list, but the random mills aren't that great. They start with Lightning Storm. Is it gonna be... Maybe that's Mekanko, maybe that's Numeron. It could be either of them. Railcart? It's Earth Machine? It is Earth Machine. I think I'm dead. Like, they just summoned some big level 10s. We are super dead. Yeah, I'm benching this deck. I'm not happy with it. It's not performing as good. Like, random mills aren't that great. There's not enough consistency with your draws. You're running too many one-ups. You're running too many, like, non-starter. Like, 2 Mizukis, I'm gonna draw them often. The talents are not great if I don't have a play to bait anything out. So, I could remove the talents to see if I can do anything. Burning me? Is that gonna be the turn? Do you not have another level 10? The thing is, I need to draw anything. Like, if I go Familiar, I can go into Relinquish, then Mizuki, revive the Familiar. But the thing is, I don't have another normal. I would need 2 normals there. So, that's not great. Maybe we could go, like, for a pure zombie tier. Just to see. Miss Radius. Okay. I feel your board was better. Not even attacking. This guy's insane. This guy is insane. We win this. What is this guy's deck? Like, we just... Not even attacking to the Mizuki there. Why? Is there a card that's preventing me from attacking? Doesn't seem like there is. So he's adding back resources, but I should be able to do stuff on the next turn. Unless this is like a big counter trap that says no to everything I do. Oh, that's amazing. That is an amazing top deck. So we're gonna flip. Funny enough, it's an Earth monster, so it triggers from this, which is so funny. We are gonna summon the Unizombie. They do have an answer now. They have the Maxi. We probably killed them this turn though, so we send to the graveyard there, targeting the Unizombie. We are gonna talent. They are gonna skill drain. Okay, we have a fun player here. We have an enjoyer of fun. We can still, like, we could link or anything, but I don't think that's the plan. We could steal their Miss Radiant, go with this and this into something else, but I think I want to rip a card out of their end. Because at this point, if I remove a card from their end, and I punch it to Miss Radiant, they shouldn't have much. Let's remove... During the end phase, if this card was sent to the graveyard, you can inflict 500 damage. This is a card they added, right? So let's send it back to the deck. You don't get this. Then we're gonna go battle phase and just punch it to this. Why not? This does... Oh, this has a graveyard effect. So they're probably gonna add the big 3000. But we should be able to wait it out a bit. Like, I don't think we're dead next turn unless they have something else. The skill drain is really annoying. You drew the 1-off skill drain. And just, if we could do stuff, I would have played into the Maxi. But Maxi into skill drain is just too much. So getting this train, then getting this big one. Then he needs to send 2 cards to attack. Oh no, it's negated, so he can just do this. Punch with this now. Do some damage, but I'm fine for now. Are you gonna do another Miss Radius to send those to the grave? I can do now the Mizuki though. So if I do Mizuki, revive this, summon the familiar. The problem is I don't have that many good like big monster that don't have effect there. I would need to get the Doom King in the graveyard and go into like Zombie Vampire or just draw anything that do anything. My deck doesn't play that good into skill drain. So getting the Knuckle cannot be used as link material. During your main phase, you can send 1 monster, discards in your graveyard. You can send 1 card from your end to the field to the graveyard. Special summon this card. Maybe last turn the play was just to not kill this guy to make it harder for him to do stuff. So now he's adding the train for the 3rd time. Then this here is gonna add back the red train. This is probably one of the worst build of train I've seen. But he got the skill drain, so Ash Blossom doesn't do anything here. If we do this, that doesn't do much. We can kill this guy, but there's not much we can do. With the skill drain on field, we're pretty much dead. I'm benching this deck. I don't like this deck right now. Like, it's just losing to too many things. We tried to cook with this, but it did not work. Now what I want to try is a new deck that we've never played. This is a list from someone else. This is a list from another streamer. We're gonna try and see if we can make it work. We're gonna start with their list like they did it at first. And we're gonna iterate on it. We're gonna see... Oh, now that I changed deck, I go first. Now that I'm not playing the same deck, you let me go first? Come on, game. The game was just telling me that the deck wasn't it. Like, it gave me 4 coin toss loss in a row. Okay, we do have a pretty good hand there. So we can do fit. I wanted to try it out. No. No. The Exodex seems to be pretty light. So was that the FTK with the Utopia card? Maybe. It was. Oh, we were facing a fun player there. I just want to go to Diamond. When we go to Diamond, I made it to Master like 2 seasons ago with that deck. Yeah, I've seen people play around with it. I want to try it. I've never tried it yet, so we're gonna see how it goes. I love Punk. Absolutely destroyed that deck. Well, I went first, so that's how I won. This deck literally cannot go second. The Utopia FTK. And for sure, the only game that it doesn't matter that much, I win the coin toss. We started a pretty good hand there. But yeah, I want to try this. Maybe there's some change to make because I don't know how up to date this deck was. But there's no trust in it. So maybe it needs some updating. We are against a Code Talker deck. Okay. Using this and this. It is a pure Code Talker deck. With how many cards? 40 cards and a 15 card extra deck. I'm curious what they will end on. They are going to be able to link into, like, they can go into Transcode Talker there. Then they don't seem to be playing the good Code Talker card though. Didn't like Code Talker get a new Link 1? Like, didn't Cyburst get a new Link 1 that is kind of insane? I feel they did, right? So why would you not use the Link 1? So they revive this. Do they go into... Like, they can't go into... Is this gonna be the end? Come on, don't tell me that's your field. Oh, that's sad. We draw the cross out, which is pretty good. So we're gonna start with the raid slot. I'm here for Monday Night Bricks. Wait, is Mr. Flint breaking today? Not for now. Oh, this guy just clicking buttons there. We were playing another build of vampires that I tried to do with like tier vampire, and it was really bad. It worked 1 or 2 games, but I was breaking often, so I just benched it. But I don't know what this guy's end board is. But he just judgmented anything he saw. So we are gonna do... This is not gonna get me anything, right? Because I don't have any more... So we're gonna try this. Let's hope they don't have another judgment. So we do this. They have this. Negate the activation if you do banish that card. That's so annoying! So this guy's just negating everything. He's gonna win from this just because he's drawing everything he needs. Like, now he just makes access code and I lose. Like, he had double Omni there. Literally double Omni. Not search, by the way. Just started in his end. So there's not much I can do against that. Judgment, my first card I played, then just went into the Signet Conflict there. That was not search. So now if he makes access code though, I can just imperm the access code after it gains attack. That's why I turned everything to on. He's gonna make a token. Where is he going with this? That's probably one of the worst cyber stack I've seen, but who knew that if you start 2 Omnis, you win the game. So this and this, he's going into what? A Linktree Eat Soul? No, Exode Talker. So this prevents me from targeting them, which is annoying. That turns my imperm off. This locks his own, right? Yeah, it locks his own. Are they trying to... I'm gonna call by their graveyard stuff. I don't know what it is, but we are gonna make sure they don't get it. So, gotta lurk for a bit. Thank you so much for being here. So, let's call by the Micro Talker, just to make sure they don't get more advantage. And see what they end on. If they go access code, I still have a way to deal with this, and I might be able to come back next turn depending on my draws. But it was a rough start. It was a super rough start. So they are gonna do Link Spider. Oh, that was a normal. Yeah, that was a token. So Link Spider there. Then they go into what? So those two going into Splash Mage. Are they trying to do like access code double attack? They're gonna special summon a Cyber, special summoning that thing. I'm probably dead, I'm gonna be honest. We literally ended with nothing on our field for the first turn. So let's see. They linked this up for link 1 into link the code. Okay. Yeah, that's the card I was like, why not make this one? It's so much better than making the link 2 that you made at first. So he makes this, he links those two into Eat Soul. He has lethal on board. I don't understand why this guy's not going for lethal there. Like, he has lethal on board there. So unless he greeds and go for access code. If he goes for access code, I might have a chance. But if he does not, I'm dead. Like, he resummons this, then... What you gonna do? Are you just gonna punch? Please go punch. Or please BM into going into an access code. He's BMing there. Oh, and I can't even target it. So let's go next. This guy had lethal. He just didn't want to be a good player. Let's see his deck. Let's see how lucky he was to draw the 2 Omnis. Because I'm pretty sure he's running one of each. I'm pretty sure he's running a singular one of each. Singular Judgment. Triple Conflict though. But a Singular Judgment. If it was anything else, like if he did not have the Judgment, I was fine. But no, he had to draw it. We go again. I don't feel this was a good test for the deck. I don't feel this was a good like way to test if the deck worked or not, if it needed change. First off, we went second again. We lost the coin toss like I think 70% of the time tonight. But we went second. We did not draw amazing. And they started with 2 Omnis. This end is way better than the last one. So we have the Maxi, we have the Foxy Tune, we have the Deer Note. We can do a lot here. We can start Foxy Tune, send, and get ourselves setting 1. Setting 2. Is that Labyrinth? It is Labyrinth. Let's go. We love to see it. So 15 card. They're on a 40. They start with Stovey. They're gonna get themselves... Oh, and Shangri-La, you start with everything there, my guy. So they're getting themselves probably the Welcome Labyrinth. Or the big Welcome. And they already have the Welcome. They are gonna get the big Welcome, so... At this point, do they have the Welcome? That's a big question. If they do have the Welcome, it might be troublesome. We do have the Divincarnate, which could be good. Do we want to start with the Xiamen? I feel we kind of want to start with the... Foxy Tune? Is it only spell, this one? If your opponent activates a spell card or effect. Okay, so it's only spell. It doesn't work that good for this. I think I'm starting with Foxy Tune. Foxy Tune effect, get me the Wagon, which is gonna get me the spell. So we discard there. We might not need... I want to keep the Divincarnate because I can tribute their lady if they go for it. So we're gonna get rid of the bird. Get ourselves the Wagon there. Then Wagon effect is gonna trigger as soon as they trigger any tier element cards. Not tier element, any Labyrinth card. I'm gonna get myself the... Okay, so they did have the Welcome. So we're gonna do the Maxi there. They're gonna trigger the big Welcome, probably in chain, to get themselves the... No, so we get 2 draws out of this stuff. So they're gonna pop the Wagon. That's kind of expected. They get the lady, then they have the other one to do the big Welcome, get the silver lady and add. Oh, they add the silver now. And this is gonna pop my Wagon. That's fine. We draw an Imperm, which is fine. So they activate the Shangri-La. Does it only do monsters on the field? I think it does, right? So now if we do the Amin summon, they go into Welcome Labyrinth. So we're gonna hope that we can do anything. But it's rough out there. It's really rough out there. So now they're thinking about big welcoming. This might even be a Dogmatica punishment, to be honest. If it is a Dogmatica punishment, at this point we're dead. Oh, they're letting the Xiamen resolve. Maybe they have something to stop this, maybe not. So we are gonna get ourselves the... At this point, we might as well get this. Because we want to go... Oh, we can go for this one. Then Fusion Summon, maybe. Like, there's no point in not going for the Sharakusai. Then we do Deer Note here. Deer Note, show this. Now the question is, do we go for Sharakusai or do we go for Deer Note? I think we want the Deer Note on field because once the Deer Note leaves, we can just do the Sharakusai revive or something like that. They're letting a lot resolve there, which I'm not expecting. I don't know why they're not using the big welcome. I do not understand at all, but we're gonna do it. We do this. We do the Deer Note. Deer Note is gonna revive. We did not even use the Wagon there, so let's revive the Wagon. Getting ourselves the other thing. Then we're gonna chain block this just to be safe. As soon as they do their other stuff, we are gonna go for the Divincarnate. They don't even have answers, so did they stuck themselves out of something? We are gonna add to our hand. At this point, this one won't be able to... Oh, we can just add the Madame Spider. Add it to my hand, then we are going to be able to re-normal. If the Wagon resolves, we are going to be able to re-normal. So we do the Wagon here. Wagon is going to get me the Extreme Session. Now I think I'm going for... If I go for the Amazing Dragon, We can bounce. You can target cards your opponent control up to the number of level 3 psychic with different name. Return them to the end. I think I'm doing that. So this. Because we have already like 3 tuners in the grave. So that's 3 card bounced. Which is pretty good. We are going to use this. Targeting this. Selecting this. And selecting this. So all their back row is going to be gone. Now they need to big welcome if they want to. So we're not going to have to worry about big welcome when the extreme session comes down. They did have double big welcome. Okay, this guy just started everything. So they're going to chain the Silver Castle, getting themselves something else. But I'm still going to bounce a lot of stuff there. So they're setting what? If they pop the Amazing Dragon, this should trigger the Deep Barrier. You're not going to be able to trigger that. I'm going to pop this for sure. So everything bounced now. They get the lovely lady there. Then they bounce back the silver lady. Then I draw. Fenrir's pretty good. Then we bounce this. Activate a card in response to your punk. We're going to do that. So we revive the Jam Dragon Drive. Then this activates, getting itself probably popping. If he pops from my hand, there's some cards that I don't want to be popped. But probably he pops just from the field, right? He for sure pops from the field there. Because he can choose to remove a 3000 monster. Yeah, he pops from the field, that's fine. Then we revive this. Welcome in, Fluzzy. We're playing some Punk Kishiro right now. So we can do that. They shouldn't have any more interruption than the Silver Lady now. Which can summon herself. We can do the Jam Session. Banishing. At this point, I'm gonna banish the Foxy Tune to summon myself. Ah, thanks for the friends. We're gonna summon the Madame Spider. Then we are gonna do Madame Spider here. I still don't know. Does this need to... And we're gonna draw a card. During your end phase, by attributing all face-up monsters on the field that activated their effect this turn in your opponent's monster zone. Okay, so that's not gonna work on the Silver Lady. Welcome in, Blue Joshi. I hope you're doing good. We're trying a new deck today. Okay, so now we can go into... And Pep should be pretty hard for them to deal with, I feel. But that's still not amazing. They have the Silver Lady. So we can do Div Incarnate here to tribute summon their Silver Lady. I love Div Incarnate. It's such a neat card. I love that this deck can play it. So we have 2 big monsters now. We could do battle phase. We have 2 negates too, which is great. So let's go battle. Let's use the Psychic and Punisher. I'm for sure stealing their lovely lady, by the way, with the Div Incarnate at the end. So they are going to use the Lady of the Silver Castle. But the thing is, she summons in defense. So how's the dual pass grinding going? It's going pretty good. So if we punch into this, like, there's no way to make our Pep not unaffected. So the question is, do we want to pressure them? We punch there, we destroy this. If we punch with Pep, we get ourselves some damage, but we leave our Pep vulnerable, which is kind of bad. I kind of want to keep the Pep unaffected. Because they do have the Deep Barrier. Wait, Deep Barrier is just going to deal with Pep anyway. So let's punch. Let's do some damage. I know they have the Deep Barrier. Now that I think about it, I know they have the Deep Barrier. So let's set this here. Oh, I could just do Pep here, banish their Deep Barrier, but it doesn't matter too much. We do have the Maxi. We're going to Maxi them in draw phase. We are gonna summon your lady there. That's mine now. Gimme! So... Lovely lady of the Silver Castle there. That kind of stops their plays a bit, because they can't do much if they don't have their lady. I have the Ash Blossom for any search that they could have. But we are grinding a dual pass a bit, but the goal is to get to Master 1. I don't know with what deck I'm gonna get to Master 1. So they're gonna send this, they're gonna send another card. What do you want to send? Sending the big welcome. I guess I already ashed this turn? Did I ash anything? Because why would I not be able to... Oh, it's setting on the field, so I cannot ash this. They're getting a big welcome, but we do have the ash for the big welcome, so that's fine. I might as well not use the maxi right now, because I want to chain the maxi to something they have. They draw the other castle? That's rough. Like we... Oh no, they add the castle. I bounce it back to, and I'm stupid. So they are gonna use the barrier. That's not gonna do much. The Pep's already, like, being affected there, so it's just going back to 3.5k. That's not too bad. Then he's gonna special summon. We are gonna max C. Just to draw a card, why not? We have so many things we can do there. They probably want to get the lady back so that they can chain the trap. But I'm going to chain the ash to the trap so that they cannot do the set a trap there. So now they probably activate Big Welcome. I chain the ash to Big Welcome. Setting a card in main. That's kind of scary for them. I don't understand why you would do that, but... We have 2 negates of effect. So we should be doing good. Like, we have 2 monsters of negate. They're thinking about their big welcome? Come on, that's not that hard. They might just want to crash into the lovely lady. No, they are going to do big welcome there. We're going to ash this. They cannot chain the Lady Labyrinth. So now I think they just lose. I still have a Pep. I have a big board. I have the Div Incarnate. So I'm going to be able to get back cards all the time. They don't have... They cannot bounce. Oh, they can bounce with a big welcome. Yeah, you're right. They can bounce with a big welcome because they have a big 1. So they are going to be able to set another trap. Battle phase. Doesn't matter. It's negated this turn. So he's going to punch. Yeah, that's what I expected. He's going to punch into this to make sure we end phase. So not even going to use the big welcome effect. So now we draw a call by. Call by is amazing there. We can do this, banishing something else to get the Deer Note. Then we banish Deer Note, banish their cards. I think that's fine. So let's banish the Madame Vere to special summon the Deer Note on the field. Then get ourselves like more gas to the tank. They're thinking... Do we know what this trap card is? I forgot. Like, I completely forgot what this trap card was. Now the question is... Okay, it's the prison? That's gonna be annoying. So... He gets the level 8. Then banish my Pep, I'm guessing? I kind of want to chain the Call by the Grave because I don't want him to be able to chain the Lady Labyrinth. So we're gonna Call by her. We're gonna banish this there to make sure he cannot get the chain of Lady Labyrinth there to set a trap. They are gonna do big welcome, so they really are trying to get the Lady Labyrinth effect. They want to bounce. What do they want to bounce? Because Pep's affected there, so they're going to be able to banish the Pep, which is annoying. We have the Deer Note, we have this, we have the Fenrir if we need to, but this guy's just drawing everything you need. Like, the Ice Dragon Prison was not added or anything, you just draw that for turn. That was probably one of the best cards you could draw. Come on, choose your target now. You did the play, you for sure had a target in mind, right? He's just wasting my time. Bouncing this? Sure. Bounce this to my thing. We banish their lady. Then IDP gets the level 8. Then he banished the Pep with it, which is annoying. This here, then this and this. Yes. Yes, that's what I expected. We have lethal on board there. Oh no, they're gonna pop something. So they're probably gonna pop the Divincarnate. Oh, that's annoying. I hate this. They just, like, got the one trap card that could deal with Pep. If they had anything else, but now we just lose. We literally just lose now. There's nothing we can do because they pop something. They have everything they want. That was annoying. I would have loved to go first against a lab player, but we can't have everything we want in life. Now they just have so much gas and they're just gonna pop the Divincarnate and I don't have anything else. Oh no, they summoned something. So they don't have monster in the grave. We could go Fenrir, banish this face down, then punch into something else. That's actually a play. You might not like it, but this is actually the play that I think makes the most sense. We tribute summon Fenrir, activate the Dear Note effect, to special summon... Oh, we can special summon this guy. I did not think about that. We win this turn. Never mind, guys. I don't know the deck enough to know what I can do. Then we can target a Punk monster. We can target the Xiamen. Then Xiamen resummon itself. Yeah, that's pretty much like everything I would need. He doesn't have any interruption left. So with this, we might as well get this. Then we can draw another card. Getting the Foxy Tune. What would Foxy Tune get me there? We have to Dear Note, right? So I think we can just do this here. Sending the Ogre Dance to the graveyard. Then special summoning. Oh, we only have Xiamen. That's fine. That's completely fine. So we do the Fenrir here. Fenrir gets us the... Do we have another Kashtira in the grave? We do not. Oh, we have the bird. So we could go for Ogre Dance. But I think we want to go for Rise Art. Then we would be locked into something there. We could go like just wipe their board completely. Like we go punch here. Then banish this face down. Does this target? It does, right? When this card declares an attack, permanence, target one face up. So we cannot target this, sadly. So that would be annoying. We can go into... I think I'm going into Rise Art here. So let's do Rise Art. Let's special summon him in face up attack. Then use the effect. Banish this thing. Then make it 7. Go into battle at this point. Punch into this. Use Fenrir effect. At this point, I'm banishing the field spell. So banish this. Punch there. I'm a bit short of time there, so I'm gonna try to go a bit faster. I could have done more damage there. We are gonna punch with the Amazing Dragon into the Silver Lady. Then we go main phase 2. And then we go this with this. We are going to still have 2 negates of effect there. It's not the greatest. I could have played that better for sure. I'm still learning the deck, so please be kind with me. In the draw, we're going to be able to do Shangri-La era to get ourselves... I think we have another Fenrir in the deck, so probably Fenrir. We could get Unicorn, but Unicorn doesn't do much against them, so... Let's get the Fenrir here. I wanted to try and go for a Rise Art. They have the Welcome Labyrinth, so they are going to get themselves probably Ariana to get themselves the Silver Lady afterwards so she can summon herself. Because now they don't have the Lovely Lady. They just have the Silver Lady left, so they can't do much about bouncing or destroying card. I do have a Xiamen intact. Oh, they go for the Silver Lady there. That's kind of something. Battle phase. What are they gonna punch into? Punch into Fenrir? Sure. So Fenrir's down. And what is your top deck? Is that all? Because from that I can use Unicorn afterwards. Resummon the Unicorn, go into Barone. Pop this if it's not a back row. Oh, they're gonna bounce my Shangri-La? That's annoying. That's annoying. We should still have some plays. But the grind game of Labyrinth is so stupid. Well, they get 2 cards now. We just need a singular cards that can do anything now. Any playable card, please. I don't know if we have anything. We were so close. We were super, super close. We could have tried and bait the lovely Labyrinth by using a trap card. It's used its effect. We use Fenrir, banish this. But I don't know if it was good enough. Then, oh, they just draw the Ariana. Why not? We're gonna use Imperm there. Imperm this. We're not letting this resolve for sure. Then you're gonna chain the Lady Labyrinth. Then we're gonna chain the other one to try and get something there. At least keep us into the game. We can always go into a Zeus there to wipe the field, and that might be enough to take back the game. So they are gonna set a trap. What are they gonna set there? That might just lose me the game, that trap that they set. Oh, those are such grind games. It's so annoying. So we gain some life point, but that's all negated. What does this one do? When you control a monster, when you're an opponent's monster declares an attack while you control a fiend monster, target 1 card on the field, negate the attack, and if you do, destroy that targeted. That was not the card I was looking for. Ash was probably the last card I was looking for. But we can do the Amin. We still have some Punk in the deck, which I'm surprised about. We can get this, maybe? Contribute 1 Punk monster, special summon this card from your end. So we could go into... No, we cannot. If we go Amin, we can special summon Amin, but we don't have another level 11, which is annoying. Might as well do this, though. So we draw another card. Maybe that's what we need. Maybe that's going to be what we need. We never know. Drawing the Snow Rabbit. Snow Rabbit could be fine. Now we can do this here. Banishing. Might as well banish this. To special summon the Foxy Tune. I would love to be running 2, like, Amazing Dragon there. So we summon the Foxy Tune there. We can go into the Cicada King, maybe? Oh, they have another big welcome. They went through all their big welcome. Well, this guy's stupid. Okay, so he's gonna do this. What does this do? Then you change this. You're just chaining everything at this point. Like, this is the most grind game I've ever grinded. And the trap was something on attack. Then the Welcome Labyrinth's gonna trigger. Everything triggering there. We have the Ash for the Welcome Labyrinth. If we can get back into this game, they don't have any more Welcome Labyrinth and they're running out of resources. So we might be able to do it. If we can survive enough to beat them on their turn. So if we do... Now we could go for the Fortune Tune. Neither player can target this card on the field with card effect. Does this target? I gotta go back now. Because they're playing one of the... target 1 card. Okay, so we are gonna do this with those 2. If this card will be destroyed, you can detach 1 material. So we're gonna punch into this, make a Zeus, wipe their board. Then battle phase here. We punch into this. We don't even need to detach material. They cannot use that because they cannot target this card. So that's great. They have a welcome that I know. If we wipe the board now, I feel they're kind of losing. So main phase 2. We go into Downerd, and we're gonna have a format Zeus. It's so painful. It is so painful. Like, we've been in this game for so long. This game might have been 37 minutes for all I know. Like, no joke, this could have been a 37-minute game. But now we wipe their board first. Let's remove this. Then we have an Ash. We have a Ghost Ogre. So we should be good to deal with whatever they have. And they went through every single like big welcome. Like you can see every big welcome is in their graveyard. Oh, just throwing this there? Why can't I Ash Blossom this? Oh, it's setting. I did the same mistake, but the Welcome Labyrinth's not gonna do anything. So at this point, Welcome is only from deck, right? Yeah, it's only from your deck. So they have no more Silver Lady. If they're running the normal build, they don't have any more Silver Lady in their deck. They draw the Ariana. Oh. At this point, I'm gonna let this resolve. That was the best top deck they could get. Out of 27 cards, this was literally the best top deck they could get. So they are gonna do Welcome Labyrinth. We are gonna be able to chain Ash to this, so at least there's no Welcome coming down. Now we have the Silver Lady to worry about, but we should be doing okay-ish. So that was one of their other welcome. Like they went through 2 welcomes, 3 big welcome in this game. Hello, Flint, are you today? I'm having like a day. We are grinding against a lab player and it's not ending. So this is gonna summon itself. We are gonna be able to wipe it away, so we're not too worried about this. And they should be out of resources there. So we're gonna wait for the battle phase, and in battle phase, we're gonna do Zeus, detach those 2, send everything to the graveyard, and is that it? Did we finally do it? Turn 7 against a lab player. Went through triple big welcome, went to double welcome labyrinth, went through every single thing. That was a grind. God damn that game. Woo. That had me sweating. I learned a lot about this deck now though. Like this game made me find everything I needed to find about this deck. Now let me see if I can change anything. But how are you doing yourself, Stone Pixel? So I really love the Div Incarnate. It helped a lot. I know the deck was running like double Div Incarnate at first, but I'm not convinced about the double of Div Incarnate. Probably not necessary. We have 2 of these, one of these, one of these, one of these, one of this one. The Cicada King is kind of fine, but I'm almost tempted to run double Amazing Dragon. Because in grind games, it's gonna be easier for you to get a 3 and an 8 than to get a 5 and an 8. So I'm tempted to remove the Cicada King. You can special summon an insect. Because that's a negate. Like, that's fine. But I feel double... Do I even have double Amazing Dragon? Oh, I don't. So that makes a choice for me. I'm not gonna do that. And now do we want Trust? I don't know if we need Trust in this. Like, we might not need to... We need more testing for sure. So let's try this. Let's try to get there. But our games tonight have been insane. Like, going second against Slab and winning when they went through triple big welcome, double welcome. We banished their lady a long time ago. They had the Silver Lady twice. It was painful. Okay, this is pretty fine. We have a good opening end. We are going to try and bait the Ash Blossom from this. They don't seem to have it, so at this point, we can add the... Oh, wait, we're not running Castiosis, right? So there's some stuff to change to this. But we are going to get the Fenrir there. We are going to special summon the Fenrir. Oh, they have the Droll. Droll's going to be annoying if they do. They seem to have Droll and Lockbird. They do have Droll and Lockbird. Oh, that's going to be annoying. So we are going to summon Fenrir. Probably Fenrir Pass, to be honest. I don't want to overextend in Droll. We have a good play next turn, so... Fenrir Pass. That's super annoying that they did have Droll. Who's running Droll nowadays? Like, who's on Droll? Starting Droll and Pot of Desires. This guy is cooking. He's got everything he wants. We have the Maxi if we need to. But let's see what he's on. He's on... Okay, he's on Sword Soul. We might be able to do something there. So we are going to chain the Maxi. We have a lot of end traps in our deck. Like, we have the... Oh, they have something for Maxi too. So you started Droll, Desire, Ash. At this point, like, choose your hand. So Maxi doesn't resolve. We still have the Imperm. We have the Fenrir if we need to. The Fenrir should be able to trigger on a new chain there. So they get the Taya. They get the token. Revealing the Moya, I mean. So we are going to use a Fenrir. We're going to banish this. I know they have another Moya, so maybe I should have waited on the Fenrir. But at least there's that. What could you have more? At this point, what's your other interaction? You have the cross out too? Okay, this guy just started better. At this point, this guy just started better. We're gonna imperm this and hope that it's enough. Oh, wait. Did he... What did he do? What did he call? Oh, I'm stupid. I didn't even see. I was expecting him to call Fenrir. He mind-gamed me there. But we're gonna prevent the token at least. So there's no token for now. There's no monsters on the field. So maybe we're doing good. I pre-fired that a bit too much though. I did not see what he was calling. I was getting tilted. He has a trust too. An imperm column. An imperm column. Let's go. Moye is a once per turn. You can't use her anymore. Oh, this guy threw the game. He had literally everything he wanted. So this guy had trust, cross out, droll for my turn, desires into Ecclesia. Like, that was an insane end. We have the Div Incarnate, which shouldn't do much. We are going to activate Fenrir there. Fenrir's going to get us the... They have the Blackout. They're going to pop those two, but this guy doesn't know that I'm on Punk. I should be able to kill him. The boss monster of Punk deals double attack, right? Oh, now we can just use Unicorn. Thank you very much. This guy just gave me everything I needed. So we summon Unicorn here. Then Unicorn effect, we get the bird. Then we activate the bird, get the Fenrir back. He should have done that way earlier before I had the chance to do the... Because now I have those two guys. And I can summon the Xiamen. This guy had the perfect hand. How did you screw this up so badly? I even misplayed against you. But let's do one research real quick. This is this one, right? A special summon one Gesture monster with a different attribute. Also for the rest of the time to this resolve, can a special summon monster from the extra deck except Xyz monster. That's kind of annoying. Do we want that? Is that even worth it? Because, like, if we get the Unicorn, like, most of the time we're going to get Fenrir into Rise Art. So I don't think that's worth it. I don't think that's needed for the deck. Let's go for another one. Maybe we're going to at least reach Plat 4 today. It's been 2 hours and I haven't moved from this rank. The games have been so long and painful. We keep losing your coin tosses too. We are going first though. I'm kind of scared. Maybe Mikenko, maybe Numeron, maybe some Photon stuff, some weird stuff. I saw a God deck earlier that made me go first. This sand is fine. Now the question is, do I greed? I don't think that's worth it to greed. So let's do the Amen. The Amen gets me... They don't have interruption. So at this point, I might just get myself... Like, I don't know if I really want to do the... I could do... Add Deer Note. Then we do Foxy Tune here. To send to the graveyard. I kind of want to keep that. Maybe I drop the Imperm there. Because I don't really need the Imperm. But at this point, this guy is not going to do much if I don't have the Kishira card. So might as well get rid of him. Then we special summon the Sharakusai. Then Sharakusai is gonna trigger special summoning the Rising Carp. Using this and using this one to get ourselves... I kind of remember the normal Punk combos, so we don't want to use this one. Then we're gonna do this. Getting ourselves... They waited on the Ash for so long? This guy's insane. This guy is insane. I lose now. This guy's so good. He was holding off all this time. Well, we set one and passed. This guy was insane. You're crazy enough to let me do all this? You don't even ask the Foxitude? Okay, I got outplayed there. I completely got outplayed. There's nothing else than just... Oh, and he's on cash. I'm probably dead. I'm for sure dead there. He adds a cash monster. He adds the... Like, there's no way I win this. The Ash was well played. How could I have played around Ash there? Maybe if I get the Wagon. He gets a unicorn, so he probably has the bird already. He has a Sacred Sword, so banishing one, drawing two, so that's a pure cash card. Banishing this, oh, I see what he's doing. Yeah, we're dead. Let's go next. We got outplayed there. We got completely outplayed. There's nothing else to say about this. Now. I just want to see. I'm curious about this list because he's running like this. He was gonna go like Unicorn there, then get Cashtiratiosis, then get himself like more stuff and combo up from there. So we were dead for sure. If we were not, we would have been like in such a bad position that we couldn't have come back. What could I have done last turn to play around the Ash? Because this guy completely got me. I could, I guess, have gotten to the Deer Note first, go into the... Yeah, I should have summoned a Deer Note, go into the Jam Dragon Drive, do my stuff, get more bodies on the field before I go for the Sharakusai effect. So that's for sure was the play. But we live, we learn. I'm still learning this deck. I want to get better. I want to get better at Punk so that when the Gold Pride comes out, I want to be able to play them. I really love the Punk archetype. I wish Konami would just like semi-limit the Italy because it's at 3 at the TCG and it's doing fine. Why do we need to have it at 2 here? Okay, that's a fine opening hand. We can do Raid Slot here. Raid Slot adds me the Fenrir. Then Fenrir special summon. He does not have Droll this time, so we can add the Fenrir there. We're gonna get ourselves... At this point, I might get the Scareclaw Kashtira because I can just special summon him at any point that the Fenrir leaves the field. If I do Wagon, search a field spell, do Ogre Dance, get the Amin, get the... Yeah, I think I'm getting the Scareclaw Kashtira. Then I'm summoning the Wagon. Wagon's gonna trigger, getting myself the field spell. Then we are gonna activate the field spell. We don't care about the Kashtira field spell. It's just a searcher. So we use the Ogre Dance to add a Punk card. Oh, we cannot add the Punk card I wanted to add. So if we add here... Yeah, I screwed up there. I should have done something else because now we cannot add level 8s. My plan was to add the Foxitude, but I forgot that this thing prevents me from doing that. So what I should have done is go Amin. Oh, we can just do that. Never mind. That works. So banish this, summon the Amin. I always forget that the field spell has another effect than just drawing your card when you pay life point. And it's a banger effect. It's a hell of an effect there. I should have gotten the Sharakusai then. But we can get this. We get the Foxitude. Then we draw another card. Getting ourselves more stuff. Another Ash Blossom. We're going to go into Barone here. Just to get ourselves safe from a Nib that could come down. So saving us a bit. I think that was our third summon. So they could not go for Nib even if they wanted to. We are going to do Foxitude. Sending one of our Ash to the graveyard. To special summon Deer Note. To go into the normal Punk combos. I could still have gotten into Sharakusai to get the Trap Girl. I always forget. Like, Sharakusai is not part of my usual Punk combo, so I always forget to use him. But for sure, we gotta introduce him more. Now we do this. We do that here. The Deer Note's gonna trigger... Getting myself... Like, we don't run the Zombie Vampire in this. There's no point in running it, to be honest. We are going to revive the Amin. Then we are gonna use the Almond just to chain block in case they have Ghost Bell. We want to make sure they can't use it. Then we can summon the Scareclock Ashira. Do we have another rank 10? I don't think we do, right? So we add to our hand. At this point, I'm gonna add the Ghost Ogre to have interruption there. We can do this here, draw another card. The Callboy is pretty good. We don't have other rank 10s, right? Level 10s, I mean. No, we do not. So we could do the Scareclock Ashira just to summon itself. That would do something. What we could do is go into Amazing Dragon, revive something again. But that won't do much. I would have loved if I just did the right play and get the Sharakusa, I would have been so much better there. So I guess we're just going into Pep. We're making Pep here, and Pep's gonna at least be a tanky boy. We do have like Call by the Grave, we have Scareclock Ashira, we have Ogre, we have Ash, we have a Barone, so we should be doing okay. We should be doing fine still, but I sure misplayed. This guy's on a 54 card deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 55 card deck. Didn't want to go for the 60. 6 is way too inconsistent, guys. We gotta go for the 55. Now that's a real number. So we do not want to change a Barone. Barone's better than anything else. I'm still really unsure about the Cicada King, to be honest. We are gonna Barone this for sure. The guy found a one-of Raigeki probably in his deck in his 55 card deck. Let's hope he doesn't have anything else. Let's hope he did not draw. He has an insert to Barone. What could you have? It's not a Veiler because it's your turn. You would have used a Veiler too. It's not an Imperm because you have a face-up card. So what could you have there? But in a 55 card deck, finding the one of Raigeki to force the Barone is kind of annoying. But we should still be fine. Like, the Pep is going to be hard for him to out. We have the Ash. We have the Ghost Ogre, Snow Rabbit. We have the Scareclock Ash to negate any battle effect. It's Dark Magician! Welcome in, Tippins. I hope you're doing good today. Isn't it, like, super early in the morning for you? But how are you doing? How's my favorite skeleton boy doing? Ah, thanks for the stretch. Ah, and the water. It's 3 p.m. Oh, it's not that... so you're 6 hours earlier than me. It's 9 p.m. for me right now. So stacking this on top, that's fine. Then we still have a Call by the Grave. So if they go Magician's... what is it? Magician's Soul. We can just banish the Magician's Soul. But do you have any plans? It's doing good. It's so freaking hot today. Southern Hemisphere. Summer is bleh. I don't remember what it was for me, but it's pretty cold here. Like, let me see. I'm gonna tell you the weather, how hot it is right now. Monster Reborn. What are you getting? It's -5 Celsius. Do whatever you want with that. They're targeting the Fenrir. They're not good. They should have known. They know I have this card. So let's summon this. It was 24 degrees Celsius for you? That's insane. That's insane. That's way too hot. Like, for now, right now, for me, it's below freezing. It is below freezing right now here. So what can you do with your 3 other cards? You could have chosen any other card than this. But no, he chose to take the only one I could banish from my card effect. We're facing... As we go into February, we're gonna hit 40 degrees? Shouldn't February be going, like, lower? How are you going, like... What is the normal temperature of summer for you? Like, I'm scared for you right now. Yeah, he drew the one of Raigeki, and this deck is atrocious. He's running the Sin Rival. That's so bad. Like, this deck is super bad. Wait, he's running the Amulet Dragon? Oh no. Oh no. That's a Yugi Boomer, guys. It's a Boomer. But any plans for this week other than dying to the heat? Going first. We won a coin toss finally. I'm starting to like this deck a lot. I for sure prefer the punk part. It's been getting under by an average of 2 degrees per summer. Oh, that's rough. That's so rough. So we are gonna start with Unicorn. Then we are gonna do Foxy Tune here. Welcome in, man in the back. I hope you're doing good. How's your day going? We're gonna send the other Foxy Tune. Getting ourselves the Wagon. Wagon's gonna trigger. Yes, something for this. So, oh, Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. That's still kind of fine because I can add this, but that's annoying. Let's look at your extra deck. Let's see what you're rocking. So he is on Mikenko, I think. What is this deck? That's probably Mikenko, I would say. So, what do I want to banish from this? I feel this. That's gonna make it a bit harder for them. We can use this. We get ourselves a spell, the Kishira Bird. The problem is we don't really have anything that we can do. We can activate the bird here. The Ghost Ogre was kind of out of nowhere there. We can summon the... We can activate the Jam Extreme Session. We could banish the Punk in the Grave to summon the Sharakusai. Then we would get a Summon of Ash, but I kind of want to keep the Ash Blossom here. We won't be able to use the Sharakusai, sadly, but I still think we Sharakusai. We go into a Barone, and from there we hope that it's enough. Because we can bird, get back. Out goes the Yu-Gi-Oh! I know nothing what I'm seeing. It's going pretty well. Like, it's going pretty good. Do you have a Ghost Bell too? Yes, a Ghost Bell too. So this guy's running in a 53 card deck. I don't really want to use the negate here. He's running like -2 card in his hand. We have the Barone, so let's hope Barone's enough to deal with the 4 card opener. But this guy with the Ghost Ogre and Ghost Bell is just gonna be working on farm things with the hopes that of getting stuff done. I don't have to do in insane heat. Oh yeah, working on a farm in this heat seems to would be so insane. So what was your... Oh, you just brought Kaiju too. So double Entrap into Kaiju in a 53 card deck. Oh, and you start Diviner too? Why not? This guy literally chose his hand. Why make deck consistent when you can just draw the cards you want? Do you have a Call by too? Do you have a Call by the Grave? Thank God you do not. So that's for sure. Oh, and you start this too with the Mikenko in hand. Yeah, at least that's only this one. This does not equip, right? Oh, send one Mikenko card from deck to graveyard. I think there's one card that allows them to equip onto this. I might be dead. Like, I might be dead. This guy opened everything you wanted. So, Water Robus cannot do anything. So, end phase. Okay, we have a turn. And we can revive with Bird there. Okay, we have the turn there. So, we activate the Bird. Revive the Unicorn there. Unicorn's not gonna get anything. Would you mind, like, would you be interested in getting to know this game at one point, Tippins? Because I could teach you. I would be down to teach you. Then we do... At this point, if we do Amazing Dragon, I want to reread Amazing Dragon. Special summon. So I could special summon a monster back. To get back the... Like, there's not much I would want to get back there. I could get back the Foxy Tune to try and get myself some stuff. I still think it's the Amazing Dragon there. So this and this into Amazing Dragon. If I bounce those two, does it do anything for me? I don't think it does. So let's not do this one and do the other effect instead. Let's revive. This one cannot use its effect. This one cannot either because I need... You can pay life points. You someone on Punk Monster. What does this one need? It's 2 Punk Monsters. So this would work, I think? I think I'm going for the fancy play, guys. I honestly don't know. I never really thought about trying to play before. It's pretty fun. I love this game. What can we... Oh, we can do this. We could steal one of their Earth. But I'm gonna do that. It's gonna sound insane, guys. But we want to draw some cards there. So we go into the Carp. Then the Carp's gonna tag out into something else. This draws me a card. We get an Imperm, which could be pretty good against our deck. Then we use this Rising Carp to get ourselves this. And special summoning the Deer Node there. Then we can use the Amin to get ourselves the... we can get the Madame Spider there. Because we can normal summon her at any point. Then we draw another card. That field spell is so insane. Then we can go with this and this. Into the Amazing Dragon. The Jam Dragon Drive. Sorry about that. Wrong name. Amazing Dragon's the other one. Then we do this one. To revive the big guy. Then we... are not gonna do that because I kind of want to do the pep there. So let's summon this here, get the Amazing Dragon back, and from this we add the Amin to our hand. We are gonna use this effect there to banish from our graveyard. Let's banish this one. Want to keep as many tuners in there as we can. I'm really thinking of running 2 Amazing Dragon, to be honest. So we add this to our hand. This should draw us another card. Oh no, we already used the it's twice per turn, right? Now we are gonna do Pep here. And Pep should be enough to close the deal, to be honest. Because now we do Rise Art. Special summon the Rise Art. Then we just do banish a Rise Art, banish their level 1. I wasn't sure. I don't remember. The Mechanco don't take damage by themselves. The Mechanco don't take damage by themselves. They just don't redirect it if they are not equipped. So my game plan was to get Pep and banish a Rise Art from Pep effect to banish the Mechanco. Because I want to read the Mechanco again, if I remember correctly what it does. If this card is not equipped with an equipped card, you take no damage from battle involving this card. So this would have been 0 damage against it. That's why I wanted to get it off the field from Pep effect. That's why I wanted to get the Rise Art on the field just to banish it and banish this card. Then I could have punched into the Diviner and punched with everything else. But the Cicada King, I'm not convinced. But at the same time, I don't have 2 Amazing Dragons. That's a problem. I do not have 2 Amazing Dragons, so... might as well keep it. Because I do have it and I don't have the Amazing Dragon at 2. We're almost at plat 4. Oh, it would have worked too. The Rise Art punch, the Mechanco, and the rest swings for 8k. That would have worked. Both of them kind of goes to the same part. But it's always better to banish a Mechanco so that they cannot revive it in case they would have anything to do. Like if they have a quick equip from the grave that I do not know. Going first? Oh god. Am I just queuing into every single Mechanco player today? Like, am I fighting every single Mechanco on the ladder? And welcome in, by the way, Quarian Gendrax. So we do have the Unicorn, we have the Foxy Tune. The problem is we can do a funny thing here. So the play that I see is this. Get myself the bird. If he does not droll me, we can do this one here. Get myself... send the Ash to the graveyard. We have 2 anyway, so... get myself the Z-Amin. Then Z-Amin effect is gonna get me the... we did not normal yet, so we can go for the Sharakusai there. Getting myself the Sharakusai. Then Sharakusai normal summon. Gonna use the effect. Sadly, we didn't start with a lot of punk in hand. We keep like not starting with punks. This season I haven't been playing a handful of games, but people have been trolling me left and right. I know the last guy, like, not the last game, but a game before, we've been trolled. And I was like, oh? And that won them the game. Did it won them the game? I think it did, right? So we are going to get this one, and we are going to get the Deer Note. Then we can go into this, getting ourselves the Field Spell. I love this deck. I really can't wait for Gold Pride to come out. I'm gonna play the heck out of that deck. I love the concept. I played a bit of it on TCG in a simulator, and I loved Punk Gold Pride. It's so fun to play. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do the Deer Note. Deer Note is gonna target. At this point, I think we want to get the Sharakusai always. Because Sharakusai is good because it's a quick synchro on their turn. So let's get the Sharakusai there. Let's add to our end the Madame Spider. We already have the Dangerous Gaboo though, so we're not going to be able to draw from this, which is really annoying. Italy's pretty good there. We get this. We banish from our graveyard. Is this only gonna special summon for the rest of this turn? So we might want this. Like, is there a reason to keep this in the grave? I think I'm gonna get rid. Oh, I'm gonna get rid of the Foxy Tune. If I want to revive anything, I'm gonna revive the Fusion there. So let's summon the Madame Spider. Sadly, we cannot use her effect, but we can just go into a Barone with this and this. So the board is gonna be. The board is going to be Sharakusai for the quick synchro. We are going to have Unicorn. We are going to have, like, Jam Dragon Drive. If we had another like, Synchro 10, we could have done more there. But we can just set the Italy, set this, and if we need to, we can go into Ghost Ogre from the Italy. So that's a fine board. It's a bounce of 1, 2, 3, 4 cards if we want to. So we can bounce 4 cards of our opponent as a quick effect. And we can banish a face down one of their extra deck monster if they use an effect. We can negate something. Duality. I feel that's fine. It's Burn? Oh god. Someone's having fun there, right? At least Burn sets a lot of cards, so we should be able to just do Sharakusai, flip everything back to their end in the end phase. Dark Hole, we are negating this. Let's hope they don't have another Dark Hole there. Because if they do, I lose. If they do have another Dark Hole, it's just too bad. Do you have the other Dark Hole? Setting 1. Setting 2. Come on, set 4 so I have the satisfaction of bouncing everything. Setting 4. And summoning the Time Lord. Okay. Control monster can normal. So it's Time Lord Burn. Take no damage at the end of the battle phase. To one attack their monster controlled. That's fine for now. I can wait for them to attack. Then it's battle phase. They're gonna declare an attack. I'm gonna do this here to make sure this is negated so that... Oh, is it uninterrogatable? Did I miss anything or is it just not showing it to me? There we go. So it's destroyed. That's what I like. The overing of the card to punch me was like overing over the destruction effect. So I was like, wait, did I screw up? End of battle. We're gonna wait to the end phase to do Sharakusai because we want to bounce them when they cannot reset them. So Sharakusai goes into this. From there, we synchro summon on their turn, bouncing every single card they own. So we are gonna do this chaining with... It's Time Lord Burns. It's such a boring deck. But we've got the win. Like, there's nothing they can do at this point. We just bounce this, bounce this, bounce this. And we even draw a card. And at this point, they're dead on board. With no card to save them at all. Drawing a Maxi too, that's funny. Whoop! No more board for you! Aw, that felt good. We're Plat 4, guys. We're Platinum 4. We're climbing up almost to the 50 of the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass goes so fast. I'm gonna take those gemmies. I need those gems so badly. Like, those gems are godsend. I'm gonna need so many of them to pull from the Kashtira pack. Going second now. We can't always go first, but at least we ranked up to 1 ranked in Platinum. I'm probably gonna go back to my vampires at one point, but I want to experiment. Oh, this hand is horrible. This is literally one of the worst hand I could have gotten. I have these Time Lords that are not just converted over to Mekanko yet. I don't know. This guy probably just liked the burn aspect. So Pearly, he's gonna special summon one. So we're gonna maxi there. We have a singular Imperm to deal with this. We started double Deer Note, which is really bad. They have the call by. That's troublesome. We might just try, if they go for the Pearl Lily, we might just Imperm the Pearl Lily to try and prevent them from extending more. Because if they go into my friend, okay, so they're sending the Nib. Maybe they break for the other card. They are going to go for the Pearl Lily. So we're going to wait for them to activate the effect. Then we are going to Imperm this and hope that we draw any punk card other than Deer Note and the field spell. Like, any pump card gets us there. Any normal summonable pump card get us there. Setting card. Okay, that was good. Good. They have nothing. So probably an Imperm. Probably something else. What do they run as trap card? Ogre Dance is good. That does not pay life points. So let's start with Ogre Dance first. Sending Ogre Dance to the graveyard. Getting myself the Xiamen. Then activate the field spell. We are gonna... At this point, I might want to special summon this card, just so I don't use my normal yet. So banish the Ogre Dance, special summon the Xiamen. Let's special summon it in attack. There's nothing that's gonna happen if I special summon an attack. Do you have the Imperm? If you have the Imperm, I'm using the effect anyway. Like, even if he has the Imperm, I'm using the Xiamen. I want to pay life points so I can draw from Extreme Session. He's thinking. If he has the deep barrier, that's going to be... Okay, he does have the Imperm. Not even waiting for me to activate the Xiamen there. I'm still going to activate it. I want to draw a card. So ping life points is negated, but this draws me a card. We got to remember the Imperm column there. But we can activate this. Deer Note, target Deer Note, special summon Deer Note. It could have been any card. It could have been summoning anything, guys. They have another card. So do they have another Imperm there? Maybe. We are going to do Jam Dragon Drive. Jam Dragon Drive is going to trigger. Then we are going to do Deer Note. Deer Note at this point is going to revive the only card that it can revive. Then we are going to use the Xiamen because why not at this point? Like, chain block some stuff in case they have something. We don't know what they have. They have a second Imperm. That's annoying. So double Imperm, but they don't have anything else in hand. So we might be good enough to get an exit victory out of that. We gotta remember there's 2 Imperm column now. That's a lot to remember. We still draw another card, so we haven't normal yet. Maybe we draw into something. That's not the card I was looking for. We can go into Amazing Dragon. Revive the level 8 there. And try and punch for some damage. Like, it's not amazing. Don't get me wrong, it's not amazing, but they are on a singular top deck. We do not want to bounce that to their end. And we resummon. I'm not going for Pep there. I was going for damage. I was going to revive the level 8. But yeah, we don't want to banish our own Pep. That's for sure. I played Pep enough. I did that once. Were you there when I did, like, I had the game against Pearly so good? My Pep, they couldn't deal with it. And I just activated Pep without thinking that I couldn't target my other stuff. And I had to banish my Pep and I lost out of that. Like, that was so bad. I had that game, but I misplayed so hard. Do do do. Do 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 do. That's probably one of the worst hand I could get, but we get another draw. We get another turn. We have some end traps, but this is the worst punk monster we could get. Getting the Fenrir, sure. I kind of want to Ash this because I do not know if it's cash, but I'm expecting it to be cash, and Ash doesn't matter right now because Fenrir doesn't have a target to banish anything. So was that enough? Setting 2. Okay, that was enough. We can imperm the Fenrir if we draw anything. That's good. That's good. So let's start by imperming the Fenrir so that we do not get destroyed by this. They did not have an answer to this, so we're gonna start with Foxy Tune there. Foxy Tune sending. At this point, I don't think. No, I'm gonna keep the Call by the Grave just in case. So I could go Xiamen. Then Xiamen, search the Deer Note. I could go for Sharakusai, summon the Madame Spider. Effect of Madame Spider. If they negate the Sharakusai though, I lose. At the same time, if they negate the effect of Xiamen, I lose too. So might as well. Well, if they negate the effect of Sharakusai, I just go into the bird, banish everything on their field, and maybe that's good enough. I think I'm gonna go for this because that does more. That does more for my end board. Unless they have a way to destroy it. If they can destroy the Sharakusai, that's really bad for me. If they can't, I can do something here. So let's summon the Madame Spider before we use her for fusion. Try to use the effect to get myself the trap card, paying 600. Then we are gonna go into Sharakusai fusion. They are on Punk Cash too. You're really gonna negate the Madame Spider? I feel that's like the worst target for this. This might be an imperm now, so the problem is, do I want to like blank this? If it is an imperm, like if I use that, I go into the Rising Carp. Then they negate the Rising Carp before I can use the effect. I'm kind of screwed. The other option is I go into Zeus, but if they banish, like if they imperm my Zeus, it does kind of the same. Both ways, I'm just losing. So let's do that. Let's see if they negate this now. They do. They're stupid. They are stupid, guys. So they imperm this for some reason that I don't know. Now we can go for a 4 Mad Zeus. They can try and activate the Fenrir if they want, but that's not going to do much. So let's go for this. Sure, you negated everything, but now I can just punch into your Fenrir and get myself a big Zeus. And I think I'm going to fire up the Zeus right away, the first fire. Just because I don't want them to be able to banish the Zeus with the Fenrir if I use the effect. Or I don't want them to be able to search with Fenrir. So let's set the Zeus. Let's activate it once. They are on 2 cards. They could not do anything last turn. So probably going to be good enough. Let's send those 2 to the graveyard. Get rid of the Fenrir. Then we set this here. And we have a Call by the Grave. If they get another Fenrir, maybe we can do something. We have the Zeus there, which should be good enough. They started double negate, which was a bit annoying. So getting the field spell, that doesn't do much for them. If they summon something, I might just Zeus right away to remove their normal summon. Because now they don't have a Punk in the grave. But as soon as they do and a main, that's fine. Okay, we're chilling, guys. We are so chilling. Now what the... Please, a Xiamen for stop deck. Italy is basically a Xiamen there. What do we want to do, actually? Because if we do Italy for sure. Now what do we get, though? If we get Xiamen, we can get ourselves into the Wagon. Or we could get ourselves into... Like, there's not that many amazing plays there. We go the Amin. Then we activate the Amin effect there. Getting ourselves the... Oh, wait. We have the... Asa, right? Yeah, we can steal their Fenrir and banish their field spell. Because now we could technically go for the Deer Note, but I want to keep my... If I'm to go for that, I might as well go for the Ogre Dance to cycle my deck a bit more. You have something? Don't tell me you're on Droll. He's on Droll? We can call by this at least. But this guy is running Droll in this deck? He's running so many end traps there. So banishing the Droll, then we're gonna Ogre Dance to get ourselves the... I just want to load my graveyard with some punk cards just so when I get the field spell, I'm gonna be able to do more stuff with it. So we do that, we get ourselves the Wagon. Then Wagon summon, we're gonna use the effect, get our own field spell. I don't think we're gonna play the field spell though, because we don't have a need to do so. Then we go for the Charmer Earth to steal their Fenrir. That's gonna be fun. Because Fenrir's an Earth, so... What if you gave it to me? And we can banish our field spell, so now they're on one card against a Zeus. Is that even lethal? That is not lethal. Sadly, it is not. Oh, we could have killed. I fucked up there. I fucked up again. I forgot to activate Fenrir effect. I'm just messing around. Like, I'm messing up all over, guys. I'm saying no to everything because I'm on, and it's triggering me. That Zeus triggering every time. But I could have searched for a Rise Art there, and that would have been good enough to kill. I'm stupid. I'm super stupid there. So, might as well do Rise Art now. I had game. I completely screwed this up. We're gonna do this. We're gonna banish the Unicorn to make this a 7. Then we are gonna special summon into Shangri-Ira, summoning it here. Then we are gonna get on their turn another monster. We don't want to put too much stuff on the field because if we don't put the jam session and we draw another punk and we need to blow the field with Zeus, we are doing good. So Shangri-Ira here is gonna get me probably my own Fenrir, to be honest. So get Fenrir here. Then if I get to banish anything, I can just slug their zones. End phase. We are so good. And that's GG. The better punk Kashtira player won the duel. This guy's running way too many end traps. I'm not gonna activate this. No point. We're just gonna go battle and punch him for game. Unless he's running like Battle Fader at this point. I wouldn't even be surprised, to be honest. This guy's been running some janky stuff. So we do have... Let me see his list. How many end trap was he running to break so often? So he was running triple Droll, triple Ash, no Maxi. This guy said, no, I don't want Maxi. Triple Bird is not great because you want to search a bird from the Unicorn. I don't know why he's on Ogre. He's on double this. He's on the bad trap card for this. Triple Ziamin, every single one of them. Triple field spell. You only run one of the field spell. You can search it. One Deer Notes is for sure a mistake. One Foxy Tune is for sure a mistake. You max out on Foxy Tune as much as you can. Like, I don't understand this deck building. He's running a link thing too. So he's super thin on his, like, XC synchro and stuff. He doesn't even have, like, the level 3 to make the Zeus. No, I don't agree with this list. I do not agree with this guy's list at all. Like, not even one. Losing the coin toss, so probably gonna go second unless it's Mekenko again. We're slowly but surely getting ourselves to Diamond. We are gonna get there, guys. Trust me, we're gonna get to diamond. If we get to master is another story. I'm going first again? That's scary. So we are gonna special summon this thing here. Then we are gonna use Ogre Dance there. Ogre Dance gonna get me the Wagon. Then I know they don't have droll, so I can go for the Fenrir. Fenrir is gonna get me the Scareclaw Cash. Then I summon the Wagon. Wagon's gonna trigger. They don't seem to have any end traps, so we're gonna go for it. We get the Extreme Session. Extreme Session activate. Then we get ourselves the Foxy Tune. If they held an Ash Blossom this long, I'm gonna be surprised. At this point, I'm gonna get rid of the Imperm. I don't need it as much as in other things. We are gonna go for the Greed. Or do we want to go for Xiamen first? Xiamen search the Sharakusai. Sharakusai summon from the... Yeah, I think we go Xiamen first. It's gonna be safer than the Sharakusai. So we do Xiamen here. We draw another card too. We search the Sharakusai from this. Then we draw one from this. Getting yourself... Oh, that's one hell of a draw. So we do this. We banish the Ogre Dance. Then we special summon this here. We use the effect to special summon this using this as this say if this card sent to the graveyard from the field to the graveyard. So we cannot use this thing here. Let's use this and this to get ourselves into Rising Carp. Then we use this effect. We don't want to chain block at this point. Maybe we're going to have some use for the draw. Oh, that's amazing. So now we can do this. We get ourselves into the Madame Spider. And we special summon the Deer Note. This deck just keeps going. It does not stop. So now we can go into Baronne with those two. And we're going to revive the Sharakusai with our Deer Note when we use the effect. So Madame Spider here is gonna trigger getting myself the Dangerous Gabu. Then we go into the level 8 there to get ourselves the Search. At this point, we don't have anything that we really want to search, to be honest. So we could have done the Search as chaining 2 just to be safe against effect. We are gonna get this again. So this here, we get ourselves the Sharakusai to Synchro Summon on their turn. We are gonna add this to our hand. There's no reason not to. Then we could do the Scareclaw Cash, but I don't really see the point. We just end on this. We have a lot of interruption. We can max them at any point. We have the Sharakusai. For the next turn, we have a lot of plays too. So if we go to next turn, we still have a lot of like things we can do. And after that, we basically have 1, 2, 3. We're gonna have 4 tuners in the graveyard, so we're gonna be able to just completely get rid of 4 cards on their field if we need to. They are sitting in a draw phase. Do you have anything else? He's on 42 cards. We do not want to use anything else. In the main phase now, let's see what he's cooking. What do you have? What could you be on? 15 card extract. It seems like a pretty standard build. I need to change my field. I don't have my field set on this deck. I wish you could make like the field by default. So like you set the field that you prefer. Is that Labyrinth? If it's Labyrinth, I'm just bouncing everything to during the end phase. Taking this to on. Oh, it's Tenyi? Why set first? Why did you set first? Because now I can just bounce those. I would have understood if it was... Oh, I should have maxied there. I'm going to maxi now. I should have maxied before for sure. That was a misplay on my part. I completely forgot that I had a maxi. I'm blanking tonight, guys. So they are on So-So. This is going to get them At this point, I'm fine because I do have the Dangerous Gaboo, which can get rid of some cards on their field. They are gonna have the long one, which is fine. Then are you gonna summon the long one? He's thinking about it. Getting the Moye, so he does have the Moye. If my girl and Moye, you can catch me at my girl's funeral. So double Moye there. We do know he's gonna be able to summon the other one. We could Ghost Ogre that, so that if we Ghost Ogre that, he gets a token, he needs to do the Sovereign. So I think I do that. He's got only tuners right now, so that's fine. Killing the Moye is gonna be good, because now he needs to do the 6. He cannot go into the 8 to search. He still gets a token. I'm fine with that because I have the Sharkusai. I can always just bounce the token if I need to. I still have the Dangerous Gaboo. So now it's gonna do the long one. It's gonna summon itself. Then I'm gonna bounce every single card he owns. So this here is special summon. He summons a token, and on resolution, I'm gonna go Sharakusai. Bouncing all is... At this point, I want to keep a monster on his field. The thing is, if I bounce a trap now, he's gonna be able to reset them, which is kind of annoying, but we gotta go for it. So we do this. We use this first to draw a card. And this here is gonna target this. Then this. Is this a once per turn to summon? You can only use each effect. It is. So let's target this. Let's just get rid of every monster because it's gonna be able to... Oh, we can select another card. How many tuners do we have? We have so many of them. We just could go on and on. Oh, that's so many of them. Bounce everything. And we have a crazy hand for next turn. Like, this is an insane hand. Gonna reset the trap. That's fine. We have a Baronne if the trap's problematic. We have an Nitali. We have, like, everything we would need at this point. Tuner, Outly, Noor. Welcome in, Milky. I hope you're doing good today. How's your day going? Oh, God. Do not want to use Baronne. Then we are gonna pop one of the back row. Pop, pop, pop. You're tired? Oh, no. So that was a blackout. That's fine. We can start by doing this. Using the Z Amin effect. Getting ourselves the Foxy Tune, the final punk card in our deck. We almost don't have punk cards anymore. We draw a card too. We're gonna turn this Pseudo. You have homework to do? Oh. Homeworks are probably more important. You should focus on them. You're gonna have more time. Like, it's the end of the session. You're gonna have more time to game afterwards. Let's banish this here. Let's summon the Foxy Tune. And we're just gonna go into Pep. Pep is gonna be enough to kill. Like, at this point, we have so many things. We can even, like, just banish something. But we can just do that. Target the Amazing Dragon. We should be enough. We have the Baronne negate still. So let's just go battle phase. Pep effect. Gain a whole bunch of attack. It's not going to be able to one punch because we were 200 away. But that's good enough. What are the homeworks you need to do right now? Like, what kind of homework do you have? You just got home from school? I never asked. And what are you studying right now? So we are almost at tier 3. We are getting so close. This deck goes hard. Like, it can break sometime. There's some hands that doesn't do anything, but this deck goes super hard. Is that what it feels to play a good deck? Is that what it feels to... Computer science? Ooh, you used to study medicine? What made you choose to change profession there? You're lazy? Oh, well, everyone's a bit lazy from time to time. That's fine to be lazy. This hand is garbage. If the Maxi doesn't resolve, we're kind of screwed. So we hope the Maxi resolve. We need to wait for them to summon something, because if we don't draw from the Maxi, we're kind of dead. That's a bit annoying. Now they're gonna get the Unicorn. They're gonna be able... They can get into my Rising card there. They get the... Like, I don't know how I deal with this. The Kurikara might be enough to deal with them, to be honest. So, on-chain of this, I'm gonna maxi now. Even though they can remove a card from extra deck, just maybe the Kurikara is gonna be good enough. And just a bit of gas. I just need a small amount of gas. It for sure turns their Unicorn on, but that's fine. They want to go to college for 6 years or 9 years. Oh, that's fair. You made the right choice. I went in electrical engineering myself, so I was next to a lot of computer science guys. It's super interesting. What do you prefer in your like study? Is it like high level? Is it low level? Oh, you're getting rid of the PEP. That's a wrong choice. PEP is like my final thing. I never use PEP almost. So they should be able to go into a Rise Art and Shangri-Ira. So if they go for that, I just get a big Kurikara and I win on the spot. Kurikara's literally gonna solo the game. End phase? Okay, that's worrisome. Italy is pretty good here. Maxi on their turn. So I think I'm gonna call by the grave to Maxi now. I do not want to... It doesn't really matter though. I can do whatever is given. I'm still learning the ins and outs. I'm better at low level than high level. I prefer the low level myself too. I like the low level a lot. So now the plan is... I got a plan, guys. The plan is... We bait out their effect with Madame Spider. They're gonna for sure change their effect to this. So we bait their effect so that they trigger their Fenrir and their Unicorn. And once they trigger both of them, we do a big Div Incarnate and we have the Eat Telly afterwards. Please do. Come on, let's go! Let's go! Come on, activate the Unicorn. Dude, let's go! We win! We win! This guy just clicked buttons. We win so hard there. Div Incarnate's gonna go hard. They're gonna banish another thing. That's fine. We could have done Designator to get rid of the... Getting the Rising Dragon's kind of annoying, but we don't need that much damage to kill them. They removed both of my 11 there. But at this point, I can just do like Italy. They have an Ash? No, okay. So we get ourselves into Xiamen. If we need to, we can always talent their monster to get a Barone. That would be an option. But for now, I'm doing fine. They have an interruption there. I don't know what it is, and I'm a bit scared. So let's get ourselves this. What could you have? Like, what could you have there? We're gonna use the Foxy Tune. Foxy Tune is gonna send herself to the graveyard and sending something else. If he has an Ash, I have the cross out. I'm gonna get rid of the trap card. I want to keep the cross out in case he has the other stuff. I could go for the Rising Carp. At this point, there's no really worry of going to the Rising Carp unless he has a Veiler. If he has a Veiler at this point, that's gonna hurt, but that's fine. We do this, getting ourselves into this guy. Putting him in the tag because we're gonna Kurikara anyway. Getting this, using... Might as well use the Xiamen effect. There's nothing... Not really a point in not using it. I'm still worried of what he could have. So we're gonna do this. Getting ourselves this one and special summoning this one. He might have Nib. But I feel he had an interruption before Nib was online. So I don't know if it's Nib. We're gonna get this. We are gonna activate the field spell. I don't think I'm running Nib in this, so there's no way I can really deal with the Nib. But we are gonna do that and that to go into the Jam Dragon Drive. Now, like I said, the problem is we do not have level 11s anymore. He got rid of all of them, so we gotta do the plays a bit different. Let's revive this one there instead, just to get some damage on the field. We could have revived like one of their monsters. I think the best play was to revive one of the level 3s. But we can just get a level 3 there. Add it to end. Then we special summon it with TTT to... We draw a card too at the same time. Oh, an Italy. That's amazing. So let's do a talent here. Let's take control of one of their monster. Take control of this. Then we are gonna Italy there. Italy for something. I just want to shield myself against the Nib if he has one. Oh, we can even do that. That's funny. We use Unicorn there. We get ourselves the bird. Then he didn't get rid of the Baron. So we would have done that. We would have Kirkara and we would have won the game. That was one hell of a game. I don't know what he had in his hand. Like, let's figure out what he could have. What could he be on that he had an interruption every single time? Let's figure this out because I'm curious. That was not Maxi. That was not the Ash. It probably was Nib. I don't understand why I did not Nib before. Because that's for sure was Nib. That's the only thing that could trigger there. It's the only thing that can trigger. And it's a going second cache with the double change of heart, the Lightning Storm, Duster, Raigeki. I don't understand why this guy went first. It's like a going second deck for sure. But we're climbing. We just keep winning with this deck. It doesn't stop. This deck is so good. This deck is amazing. Imagine what this deck is going to be able to do when the Gold Pride comes out. We're not going to need to run the kind of breaky Kashira card. We're going to be able to just do the Gold Pride stuff instead. That's going to be great. Okay, so this ends pretty fine. We have a lot of options. We have a Call by the Grave if they have anything. So let's start by special summoning the Fenrir here. Just finisher rank number 4. That's insane. We are gonna do this, searching ourselves. At this point, do I want the Wagon? Do I want the Xiamen? If I get the Xiamen, I can search myself. The Wagon, I summon the Wagon. Use the effect, use Foxy Tune, then get myself more stuff. I think this is the plan, because the other one would be Wagon first. Wagon effect, search the field, use Foxy Tune, get myself something else, but the problem is I lose to a lot of stuff that way. So I think I'm gonna do that, adding the Xiamen. Do you have Droll? Doesn't seem to have Droll, so we're gonna use Fenrir here. We're gonna get ourselves the... probably Rise Art to finish up the combo. The constant interruption was probably Scare Clash. Oh, maybe they had the Scare Cache. Like, if they had Nib, for sure they would have used Nib. But I don't think they had a single cache in the grave. So I think it was the Nib. I think they just decided not to play the Nib. Now we want to get ourselves... Oh, I kind of screwed up there. I should have went something else. We are going to get ourselves the Deer Note, maybe? Yeah, I screwed up for sure. If we get a field spell, I want the Sharakusa in my hand for later on. But welcome in, Corvex. I hope you're doing good today. We can do this. We can get into the... Like, it's Foxy Tune for sure here. I'm still learning this deck. I haven't played this deck too much yet. I need to learn the ins and outs. I want to keep the trap. The Rise Art is mostly an endgame and extender at this point, so I don't really need it. If we go Wagon, we kind of end on this, so let's go this one. We screwed up for sure. We could have done so much more this turn. If we didn't play so bad, we had like the keys to the kingdom. So jam Dragon Drive. Oh, we should have done the other one. Yeah, I'm super dumb this game. Don't look at my gameplay as an idea of what to do with this deck. Oh, Scare Cache is end too. I always thought it was Grave only. But I'm doing good. How are you? I'm doing super good. We've been trying a new deck. Usually I play Vampires, but I've been tired of it. I've been playing the deck for a long time, so we're changing it up a bit. I love the Punk Engine, so we're going for this. We are going to add the Ghost Ogre Tryon. Like, that's still going to be a fine end board. They have something. That's what's scaring me. They are on Nib. Okay, so we're still gonna have the Call by the Grave and the Gabu. But that was a bit hard. That's gonna be a big Nib, though. Like, that was a Fenrir, that was a Jam Dragon Drive, and that was a Xiamen. So that's gonna be at least a 5k Nib. Yeah, exactly. So we said this. We said that. We might have plays next turn. If we draw into a Punk card, we might have plays, but the Shaokusai plays that I was wanting to play was playing straight into the Nib too. So I'm happy I didn't go too hard on this. But for sure, it's a bit annoying. So let's hope we don't die. We have 3 interruption on our turn. Maybe that's good enough. Maybe that's not. That seems to be a going second deck. So if it's Mikenko, it might be scary. Dino. So they're gonna use this. What does this do? Get sort of a dinosaur, then add 1 reptile. I think I'm just gonna negate this. If I negate their normal, they don't have much, right? Like, if I negate the dino normal, they don't have much to do. Punk is fun. A little too many Droll running around, though. Yeah, there's a lot of Droll. We've been Droll a bit today. But I feel like I can still play under Droll with this. I can't wait to get the... Oh, they're gonna steal the token? That's rough. Am I dead? Does the token have this attack all the time? So that's not the one that banished from the grave. Attack combined. Is it gonna be at 5k? Because if it is, I need to do that then. If I Ghost Ogre that, at least he's not taking the token. The token probably is gonna go away if I know my ruling right. Like, it's gonna try to keep, but because the monster is not there anymore, it's just gonna go poop. Yeah, exactly like I thought. So the token goes away, but at least I'm not dying, because I didn't know it used the... It would have gained 5.4k probably, and it would have killed me. Endomain, he's gonna punch with a Nib. We still have a chance. We still have a chance there. So we just need to find a singular Punk card. If we find any Punk card, we are rolling. We summon the Shaokusai, we go into Rising Carp. Like, the Goddess, we could probably remove for something else in this. There wasn't a point where Goddess came up, but she's still a good out to, like, stuff that we would not have an out to. That's not enough. We are gonna need to set this and hope for the best. Please, please, please do not have anything to kill me and that I'm able to get another turn. But I think that's over, guys. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be over there. There's not much we can do. Yeah, they start with this. We're just gonna go next. They have the game. This was Dino. How many rock are they running? Are they running only 1? Are they only on 1 rock? They are on a singular Nib and they drew it for turn. Kind of unlucky. Let's see, was the guy on Scare Cash? He was, so that was probably what was happening. He probably was on Scare Cash for this time. But if you want to see, the decks I run now is the Punk Kashtira, which is pretty fun. I've been enjoying it. It's not my build, this one. This one I've taken from Pumirium, which is another streamer. She posted it on Master Duel Meta. So this is the one I've taken from her just to test it out. I might make some changes later on. Like, the Rise Art hasn't been impressing me that much. The Rise Art line I haven't done a singular time. And I don't think it's that great. So I might just cut the Rise Art out and the Rise Art here to just keep the Kashtira, Scarecrow Kashtira and make space for other stuff. But other than that, it's been doing pretty good. Like, you can see the match history there. We've been winning a lot of games. But the other deck that I'm running most of the time is... You can see the monstrosity that I made earlier. It did not work that good. Like, this deck, I tried to do something different. But without the Agido, without the Kelbeck, it doesn't work as good. It's not as impressive as it could be. So I scrapped it. This is my usual deck that I run, which is an amalgamation of Punk, Ghost Fusion. So it's like the Punk Ghost Fusion combo that you do the Jam Dragon Drive, you get yourself the Psychic Tracker. You summon the Immortal Dragon with the Z-Amin and Immortal Dragon. You send the Sleeper to the grave. Add the Ghost Fusion, and from there, go into Shang-Chi and Garura to get yourself a Send to the grave and a Beatrice, which is pretty good. So that's the game plan of this. Other than that, there's a Vampire deck. Like, I'm trying to make Vampire work as much as I can, but they're trying so hard to not work. They're trying their hardest to not make it work at all. But other than that, I have the Goaty build, like Goaty Sprite, that I like a lot. That is one of my favorite builds. Like, I really love Goaty Sprite. I can't wait for the White Aura stuff to come to Master Duel so I can... Yeah, Punk Zombies is okay when it doesn't break. The thing is, my build is not really Punk Zombie. It's Punk Vampire. Like, there's some Zombie in there, but there's no, like... You know the Punk Zombie usually do the Chris Sherlock? And I don't enjoy that much. It's not the kind of gameplay I want. And I've been a fan of the vampires since forever. I've tried to make them work with Unizombie. I've tried to make them work with everything. What I found is that having access to an Italy with the Punk is pretty good. Because Punks are good at making Zombie Vampire. And Zombie Vampire starts your play in Vampire. I've been playing around with Horus Vampire in the TCG. Like Horus Vampire with the Punk engine. And it's going amazingly. Like, I love the deck. It's going so good. But I just wish, like, the Ghost was a good addition. I just wish it would give Vampire a good boss monster. Like, this is an extender. This is not a boss monster. This is a card that extends into other stuff. And that's a card that is good to continue the combo. But they don't have anything to end on. Their best end board is a Voivode. And it's a kind of bad, like, negate from the grave. But other than that, there's like... mostly the problem with this deck is that the extra deck's super tight. But if you want to know what it can do, like I have a replay that I can show you. When the deck goes off, it goes off super hard. And I love the playstyle of the deck. It just can break sometimes. Where are my replays? They're there. But like, let's see this one. That was one of the best replay I got. But that was with the build. It was a bit before. I think it was before Trust came out. But you're gonna see how good the deck can play through stuff. So basically starting, the hand wasn't that great too. Like starting Deer Note, we don't want to start with Deer Note. All Ghul's not that great. Mizuki's not that great. So if they had Ash there, I would have lost. But that's the trade you gotta take. Now they maxi, and I decided, I've been maxi like this game. I had been maxi, I think 10 games in a row. So I was getting tilted. Pep is a good boss monster. I usually don't do it as much. Because the thing is, Pep is in this deck, and I pay a lot of life point. Like, I can end my board, my first turn, with 2,000 life point left. So, Pep is pretty good. But the problem is, I feel Pep, if you make it on turn 1, it doesn't do enough. Most people know how to out it. People are running Kaijus. People are running stuff to out the Pearly, so it's easy to out it. They're gonna get into Goddess if they need to. So I don't like Pep turn 1. Pep is a good turn 3 card. If I go to turn 3, I do a Pep and I kill them from there. That is my game plan. But most of the time, the end board turn 1 is gonna be a Beatrice. It's gonna be a Sucker plus an IP. And it's gonna be the Vampire Counter Trap plus a Voivode on there and a Zombie World. So that's pretty good. So let's speed this up a bit. So the combo is you get the Z-Amin, you add the Tracker, and the Tracker can summon itself. So now you can go into Immortal Dragon. Immortal Dragon send the Ghost Sleeper to the grave. Now I kind of screwed up because I already add the Ghost Sleeper in the grave. So what I should have done there is send the... But I couldn't have sent the All Ghul, so there was not really any other good send to the graveyard. But usually you don't start with Ghost Fusion, so you send the Ghost Sleeper can search through the Ghost Fusion, and then you fuse using the Shang-Chi from deck and the Immortal Dragon, because you're lower life point, to make your Rura. And because Shang-Chi was banished, she revives herself by banishing a zombie from your graveyard. So now you send from End. At this point, I send the Mizuki to extend even more. You go into Beatrice. Then Beatrice sent to the graveyard. We send the Garura. That's always a bit scary with Garura because you can draw the Doom King. With the Aura stuff, it's better because when you have the King Sarcophagus, if you just draw the Doom King from the Garou effect, you can just send it away. But I drew the Italy, which was a pretty good draw. Then we did a Mizuki here, we revived it, and I was like, I'm getting Maxi, so might as well see what their deck is. So going into Zombie Vampire, extending from there, sending this to the grave, and I see they're on Pearly, so I'm like, I'm gonna mill them for all they can. If they don't have Pearly in the deck, they can't summon more than once. So I just went for the Vampire line there. So you see, I go into Sucker, I summon the Sucker, then I use Sucker effect to revive the Maxi, I draw one card. Then I go into Retainer using the Zombie Vampire, summoning itself. Now they draw the Ash Blossom from their Maxi, so they negate this, that's fine. I just don't get the Omni Negate for Vampire, which could have been bad if they drew evenly, but I don't think this deck was running evenly. Now we tribute both of those for Voivode, and I still both of their Ash Blossom in the grave. So I do end on a Pep on this board. Usually it does not happen, but if the opponent has an Ash in the grave, I can end on Pep easy. So Pep here, I summon the Ziam there, I go into IP, and as you can see, I have the Doom King. Like, the Beatrice is not gonna resolve, but usually I would have the Doom King there. Doom King would revive, Sucker would draw me a card, and I have the All Gold protection too, so if they drew Raigeki or stuff like that, I can protect my board. And I have the IP, so I'm doing pretty good. But that is pretty much the power of this deck. Like, it can brick, but when it goes hard. And the philosophy that I use with my deck most of the time is that I want at least 2 ways to play around Ash. If my deck dies to a singular Ash, I don't like the deck. So that's why Vampires in itself dies to Ash. And that's why I made the deck so that it does not die to Ash anymore. Because Ghost is a starter. If you Ash Ghost, I go Italy into Ziamin. I go into everything else. So it's pretty good. And then we go into Avermax here. And at this point, they just don't have anything. They can't out the Avermax from what they have because they cannot target it. And they cannot punch into anything else other than Avermax. So they can't even make a Zeus there by punching into the Beatrice. They keep trying with the Pep. They keep over and over and over. And now they're just gonna surrender at one point. They realize like they can't do anything, so they just surrender at this point. That was a satisfying game. Just winning against a Maxi, it's always satisfying. But that's my favorite deck. That's the deck I like to play the most. But I got tired a bit. I wanted to experience something else. So we went with Punk, Cash, Tira instead. I'm probably gonna be playing Mannadium when they come out. I think they're coming out in like 2 hours, right? Or 1 hour? Weren't they supposed to be like an update to the shop soon? 50 minutes left. It looks like a fun deck. It's a really fun deck. What I like about the deck is that it's not linear. Like, you have a lot of line. You have to adapt to what your opponent does. And it plays around what your opponent do because you can steal monsters and everything. I really like the deck. It for sure is not the best, but I did bring like the Horus, Kishtira, Horus, Punk, Vampire deck to the YCS. And I did okay. I tied my first game against Bistro. Like, I tied my first game against a deck that was running 16 Bistro, aka D-Link. So I was pretty happy about that. Like, I'm a deck that runs Zarg, so going into time and tying against a deck that's literally made to counter my deck is pretty good. Then game 2, I won. Then game 3, I lost against, like, Branded Despia, which is one of the worst matchup for the deck because they have Super Poly, they can get rid of most of my stuff, they can get rid of, like, so many things. It's really a hard matchup. Branded Despia is a hard matchup for my deck. So I lost that one. So I was 1 win, 1 lose, 1 draw. And then I went against a Labyrinth player. Game 1, I do my combo. He cannot out it. He goes next. Game 2, he draws pretty good. I cannot break his board. We go game 3. And then game 3, he opened triple and trapped. He ashed me. He imperned me. He Veilered me. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to set something and hope that it's enough. Then he top decks the Welcome Labyrinth, and I lose from there. So I was super pissed, that one. I'm interested to see if we get all the Mannadium card. I'm interested too. It's gonna be tomorrow. Like, it's gonna be in a bit. But for sure, I'm not gonna be streaming when it happens because it's gonna be a bit too late for me. But I'm interested in what's gonna happen. But for tonight, I think that might be it. I'm racking up some gems. I got 2.6k. I know the Duelist Cup is coming up soon, right? Like, they announced the Duelist Cup, right? It's gonna be happening at one point. Where is it? Duelist Cup. When is it happening? The December 6th. So, in 2 days, that's gonna be the gems I'm gonna need for the Vanadium. But I've been interested in Vanadium for a while. I wanted to build them IRL, but they're way too expensive for me to build. But in this game, at least, it's manageable. But on that note, I think I'm gonna let you guys for tonight. Let's see who we can raid. We could send you to Pumi because we're playing your deck. So we could send you to Pumi. She's the one that made the Punk Cash deck that I'm using right now. So might as well. I hope you guys enjoyed today. Usually, for those that don't know too much, I usually stream on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Right now on Wednesday, we're doing a collab on another channel, so we're playing Baldur's Gate, so I'm not in this channel on the Wednesday. But on Friday at 7 p.m. EST, I'm going to be back with some more Master Duel. Probably going to continue to climb. I want to reach Master 1 this season. I want to try. Like, I'm going to probably go to Diamond with the Punk Cash build. And then I'm going to switch to my Vampire build for the Diamond grind. Because I want to get to Master with Vampire. I don't want to get to Master with another deck than Vampire. So we're going to see how it goes. We're going to see what we do. But my goal is one day to get Vampire to Master 1 so I can post them on Master Duel meta. So that Vampire as a representation. That is my goal. I want Vampire to appear on that board one time. But we are going to send you guys to Pumi here. I cannot type. Pumirium. Right, like this. For those that are subbed, here's the raid message. For those that are not, here's the raid message too. Thank you so much for being here tonight. You saw me fail, you saw me win, you saw me completely burn a dish while trying to cook with Tier Element Vampire. It did not work. I do not recommend. Unless you have a Guido and Kelbeck, I do not recommend that build. But it was funny. We had some fun game. Like, some games went crazy. Some game went good, but most of the games went pretty bad. But yeah, on that note, I'm gonna be back on Friday on this channel for some Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. And on Sunday, I'm gonna be with Mega Man. We're gonna be continuing Mega Man Battle Network on Sunday. So can't wait to see you again. And I'm gonna wish you a good rest of your day. That you take care of yourself, drink some good water, eat some good food. And I'm gonna see you all next time. Bye-bye.